Good morning.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Fools Podcast.
Welcome to the Fools Podcast.
Oh, no, we said it wrong. We're not true fans, dog. Fools Podcast. Welcomes you. No, that wouldn't be how it is. Welcome you. We do. I don't know. How's it go?
What is like we're
Because
backwards
he
talking?
talks backwards, yeah.
Sometimes he talks straight.
Oh, what was it? Like, fire at those blah, blah, blahs. Right away, sir. It was in Attack of the Clones episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just tells them, like,
What
hey,
is it
go
like?
attack. And the meme is like, hey.
To the Fools Podcast, welcome.
Welcome to the Fools Podcast, where we like to do
Hey.
Yoda impersonations.
I really like that. The way you said that. Welcome to the Fools Podcast. That's cool. See, this is why I want him to be a voice actor. See?
That's why I want to be a voice actor.
Exactly.
Okay. Angel, you gotta stop just nodding your head. No one knows that you're saying that you're
I'm
agreeing
nodding
with
my
us.
head.
Alright. So in the last episode we talked about Charles Bukowski a bit, and then a little bit before that we still talked about Charles Bukowski.
Want to talk some more about some Charles Bukowski?
Well, mostly just, why are you cracking your knuckles on a podcast?
ASMR, bro.
If you guys like that, leave a comment on one of Ivan's picks and just tell him how much you fucking hate him.
Here's my neck. Oh, here's my other neck.
Do you want me to put like some sound effects on the first one since it didn't make any noise?
It did.
It did?
It'll probably pick it up, yeah.
I'll see. I'll be the one doing it anyway.
Okay.
So on the last episode, Charles Bukowski, I didn't know exactly who this motherfucker was, so I looked him up.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfucker looks like Willem Dafoe. So I'm just saying, if there's a biopic
Oh, wow.
of Charles Bukowski, I mean, I'm just saying, Willem Dafoe would be a pretty cool guy to play him.
William Dafoe?
Because Charles Bukowski's German, right?
Yeah,
Willem
he's
Dafoe's
like,
played Germans before, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Has he?
I'm pretty sure he has. Either way, he's a good actor, so I'm pretty sure he can just do it.
It's just German, man. Okay.
Oh yeah, and I fucked up. I don't know, for the longest time, this whole time, I thought Sadler was Salazar.
Yeah.
I thought Salazar's name was Sadler, yeah.
Yeah, because I said Sadler.
And then I talked about the knee thing.
And yeah,
and then you still laughed, and I was like, I
Because-
must be correct.
No, here's the thing. So I was like, is Sadler the fucking short dude from Resident Evil 4? And
I confused you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you started making jokes about him being small and shit, and I was like, I guess it is. All right, cool.
Sorry, I fucked you guys up.
Salazar.
Maybe I
huh?
fucked up the people on the podcast too, and I apologize. But Salazar is the final boss. Sadler... No, I fucked it up again! See? Salazar is the short motherfucker. And Sadler is the final boss.
And I was
There
still
we
believing
go.
you.
Yeah.
Right now, I was like,
They're too close, right? Sadler, Salazar? Like,
kinda.
yeah, it's
It's
just
just
like...
because we haven't played it in a long time.
Well, I never played it. I only seen it from the second...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I only seen it from the second or third person basically. I would watch you guys play it, or I watch Charles play it. Mostly just Charles.
I've only played halfway through. It got too hard.
Charles
It's
beat it,
because
like,
the
every
better
single
you
time.
are at playing, the harder it gets. So I guess I was
Which
just
one?
too good. Resident Evil 4.
4?
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I never played 4.
I got stuck in a garden with a bunch of dogs. You know, I'm afraid of dogs, so I had to dip
Isn't
out.
the dogs like, 5 minutes in? Like it's not even that far.
Nah, this was different. This was like in a garden. I think I was on disc 2 of the GameCube one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? The separate discs for
Yeah.
GameCube. It's because they made those motherfuckers like fucking
Small.
mini discs, like
Yeah.
fucking like mini donuts.
Mini donuts.
That shit did look...
Delicious?
Delicious.
Yeah.
I was looking at that Cyberbots game like,
And the PSP ROMs, too.
bro.
They're like little
All right,
cookies.
confession time for the PSP. When I first got it, we bought it on like GameStop for Black Friday, you know. So this whole time it's like hiding in my parents' closet, and I'm like, I knew it's in there, so I'm just like, maybe those things people won't be that bad, you know. So I go in and I'm like checking it out. I'm like, all right, where's the game? And I see the game, and I get it out, and I'm like, why is the game in a separate case?
You took this shit out?
And I took that shit out. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do you put this CD in this little fucking thing inside the PSP? And then, I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. So I just put it back inside the little case thing, and I put it back in the actual case. And then on Christmas, I'm like, well, yay, a game. And then I realized, like, from looking at my brothers, because we all got one, they put the whole thing in there. I'm like, oh no.
That was
So
your
you
lesson.
broke your shit?
Yeah, I broke like some weeb game. I don't. Basically, if I ever wanted to play that game, I would have to reassemble it and then like be careful when I put it in the PSP.
You try to break it out of the little white part.
The little white part,
Oh,
the little
wow.
actual case thing.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass.
How long did it take you
What do you mean how long did it take me?
to take it out? Because it took.
Oh yeah, sometimes I would have to
me,
take it out one by one, like each piece. Yeah, do you guys want to talk about anything?
I want to talk about feminism. We could do that later on.
Oh yeah, feminism.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on
Equality.
no the lie that they follow feminism, but we can touch on
Hey
that later.
man.
We can touch on that later.
Are you talking about true feminism or the people who like fucking like
I'm-
spout nonsense?
I'm talking about spout nonsense.
Yeah, because there's true feminism.
Yeah,
There is true
There's true
and,
feminism.
and to like call the people who spout nonsense feminists, that's different. That's just not right, dog.
Well, that's what they identify
what
as.
they call it, like
Doesn't matter what they identify
fourth
as if
wave
they
or
don't
fifth
truly
wave
believe it.
feminism or whatever.
Huh?
It's like fourth wave or fifth wave feminism.
Fake wokenism.
It doesn't matter what you
Yeah.
identify as if you don't believe it.
It's like when Broken Matt Hardy went to WWE, and then they couldn't legally use Broken Matt Hardy, so they called him Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, turn the beat
Did
upside
he
down.
get like a fucking third eye?
Shit.
Shit, tattoo.
They could have just it's actually tattooed.
I think I have a shirt of...
Die Hard.
Because then he went to AEW, and he was able to call himself Broken Matt Hardy again. And I have a Broken Matt Hardy shirt where I think he has a third eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh broken? Matt Hardy or
His
woken?
Broken. His broken
Oh, that's weird.
brilliance.
He was woke before he was
You
broke.
think he was happier woke?
Well, he was
or
broken, then woke, and then he's broke again. But now he's just a rich guy, so...
Never broke again.
Well, we're all waiting for him to get broken again. That's when he's at his best.
That's when everyone's at the
That's
best.
right. Everyone's at their best.
Oh, well, shit.
You know why? Because we do that I think it's like that Japanese thing where you fix shit with gold.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Like the little kitty cat?
They break a vase and they
Oh.
fix it with gold,
Oh.
and then you still see the imperfections, but you also see the beauty of the mistake.
Ooh.
One time I was at
I see,
school,
I see.
I was like a 4th grader, right? And it was like Chinese New Year, and my teacher was all like, hey guys, like it's Chinese New Year, so here's some things like, oh, don't clean your house if you want good luck for the rest of the year. And so I got home and I was like, hey mom, it's Chinese New Year, stop cleaning. She was cleaning. She's like, shut the fuck up, I'm cleaning, bitch. You guys are making this, you better not get this shit dirty. And I was like, oh fuck. I really
Yeah,
threw
man.
myself in the doghouse right there.
That's when you realize you weren't Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog's Chinese.
Yeah?
Yeah, pugs are Chinese, dog.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, that's crazy, man.
That's when I know that because that movie
So your pug's a spy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The
What was
campaign.
it? Yeah.
the campaign with Zach Galifianakis and Will
I saw
Ferrell.
it the other day and I was like, like I literally learned about the Chinese dog thing like from a YouTube video the day before I watched that movie.
That's crazy.
So I watched
Damn,
the
it's
movie,
connected.
and then they're like, "Oh yeah, he's Chinese dog." I'm like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
Because they try to say he's not American because he has
He has
pugs.
communist dogs.
He has communist dogs.
and he
Yeah.
has to get rid of the dogs.
It's sad because those pugs are cute.
They were
But
cute,
they're
but
communists.
he didn't get rid of them, right?
Call me
I
trash.
think the wife took him or some shit. Bro, Will Ferrell's dirty in that movie, dog.
I haven't seen that
Ferrell's
movie
an
in like
asshole.
10 years.
He fucks the wife.
He does?
Yeah,
Oh my
he straight
God.
dick her down, and then he records it so he could like accidentally leak it. You
And
know?
she's into
then-
it,
Yeah,
right?
she's into it.
That's terrible.
Bro, I don't know. Seeing cheating in movies is so fucking scummy, dog.
Yeah.
like you know they're doing it like for like
That's
a
also
fucking
some-
reason, like a purpose. and
That's
everything,
also something Will Ferrell would actually do in real life too, so it's kind of like, damn.
but- Why?
Huh?
I heard he was kind
Why?
of scummy. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard he's scummy.
Oh, you heard he's scummy.
I heard,
but that's all I heard,
I heard
though.
he's a cannibal too.
Oh,
Actual
yeah.
dude,
I
his
hear
teeth
he
kinda-
wears white.
Huh?
He wears white, huh?
He wears white?
For the parties?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't get it.
That's
But
I don't know, it's conspiracy territory.
yeah,
I like some conspiracy.
The what they call them? How do they call them? The white parties.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where they wear all the white tuxedos and the white.
Yeah, he was,
dressers.
yeah.
And then they feast on cannibalism.
I thought a white party is
They
just a
feast on
normal ass party,
cannibalism.
and you just want people to wear white so you look good in pictures.
Didn't anyone tell you this is an
So you
all-white
s-
party?
And so
Somebody
you
get
see
this
the
Yeah,
jigaboo away
exactly.
from me.
Did you guys hear about that fucking Microsoft shit?
They bought out
Microsoft-
Activision
They bought out Activision Blizzard.
and Blizzard.
Activision is and Blizzard is one company.
It's a subsidiary.
Which is crazy because it's
They-
like,
I forgot who was the parent company of them too, but they bought them both, so they both became one. And then
So now they have Overwatch.
so now they have Overwatch, they have Call of Duty, they have a shit ton of shit. They have fucking Spyro
oh yeah,
and Crash Bandicoot. No,
Yeah.
not Crash Bandicoot.
oh because they have what's that? New
They have
thing?
Activision.
Oh,
So what's Sony gonna do now?
Nah, dude, I think Sony should team up with Warner Brothers or some shit. And because not only do they have their movie shit anyway, but they could also fucking get Monolith Productions, which I wrote down in my notebook.
What is that?
Monolith Productions have made Fear, Condemned, Gotham City Imposters, Middle Earth, both of them, and the Matrix Online game and the Middle Earth Online game. And
There's
they're
a Matrix online game.
They both got canned.
It's called Meta. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why it got canned.
Yeah.
Facebook's like, hey, give me that.
Give me that.
And then they're right now they're working on Wonder Woman game because Monolith works heavily with Warner Brothers because that's a parent company, so they keep giving them like shit to do with their IPs.
Sounds fun. A Wonder Woman game.
I wouldn't know what's gonna happen, but sure.
Sounds like a bunch of like, punching, kicking, lassoing,
But
truth telling.
another thing that Sony's really cool with is all these JRPGs and shit. You know, like fucking like anime as weeaboo shit.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is trying to get into anime shit.
Are they?
Yeah, they're trying to like because you know how big anime is right now, like especially with the younger audience. There's fucking like Naruto shoes out there, like
Yeah.
for kids.
manga's on the
Backpacks,
top
all
charts
that
of
shit.
the best graphic novels every month.
In America.
Yeah,
it's
That's
not-
fucking insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because
So-
DC and Marvel are the top companies when it comes to comic books in America, and
They're just falling off.
they're just following trends and wokeness, and it's putting them in the shitter.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No
So-
juice and stories.
their writers are literally
mean-
terrible. All they care about is their agenda.
That doesn't mean that there's like not like a fucking cliche and shit going on with fucking anime as well.
Oh,
Or
it doesn't
manga,
mean-
I mean,
it doesn't mean not, but it's
manga
still
just tells
better.
it better.
but
Yeah,
they
manga just tells it better.
There's good, like I don't know, man. The fact that you have to have a lolly in your manga, like,
Do you really?
I mean, a lot of the shonens do, dude. Like they feel like they have to have that fact on there. But that's a whole different discussion. So fucking Monolith Productions, they have the fucking Shadow of War, and they have the Nemesis system. Like that's patented, that's theirs, which is basically like if you kill this guy, there's a possibility he could come back. If you lose against him, he'll remember you. All kinds of things that like basically make this enemy way more memorable than like just killing an orc. And they're procedurally made, meaning like you'll never see like the same guy. Like even if like you talk to a friend, you'll be like, oh, at this part I fought like this orc with fucking flames and shit, blah blah blah. He's like, whoa, I haven't seen one like that yet.
Sounds crazy, but it kind of sounds like that one game where there was like a whole ass solar system. And no planet.
Well, I
was
mean
the
that
same.
one,
No Man's
No
Land.
Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
yeah. Well, that one it was updated like to heaven, I guess, instead of saying to hell. So because people really like it now, but they lied. They were liars. Everything that they said in the beginning, in the interviews and everything, was a lie.
Ugh.
So
Everyone was hyped for that. game.
everyone was
Yeah,
super
they
hyped.
were.
I bought it. It was ass.
I wanted to get
But
it, but
I was thinking about getting it after all the updates, but I was like, I don't really care about it. But anyway, that's a different thing. Because this one actually came out and you can actually play this and everything
It
I
works?
said you could do.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, for Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor.
It sounds like Oh, that's the
That's
Lord of the
Nemesis
Rings.
system. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So I'm saying, since they have that Nemesis system, what's like one of the most fucking things that you see in like every fucking anime or whatever, like the shonen, like fucking great villains and shit, and like you can use the Nemesis system in an anime game, is what I'm saying. But like try to make it better.
see the vision.
That's all I'm saying is that Sony should probably buy and partner with Monolith and Warner Brothers, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to fucking buy Warner Brothers, you know. But
Oh, of
deals
course
can be
not.
made. Deals can be made.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're in good spirits with each other since you know, like Ed Boon. Oh, but the Mortal Kombat is for
that's a
Xbox
different-
too,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say.
Oh, that's another thing that some of the companies that Microsoft bought, they have PlayStation exclusives. So everyone's like wondering what's gonna happen with all those, but I think they said like it's set in stone, like because like they have like deals and shit.
You're lifelong.
No, not lifelong, just like for
Yeah.
that game that's coming out.
That's crazy.
Nothing's lifelong, dog.
That's right. That's real shit.
So yeah, so fucking that's what I think about that. 69, I think it was $1 billion.
That's how much they bought it for?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
69.
It's like 69 point something. A lot of people like to say 70 because it makes a better headline. But I think the 69 makes a better headline.
Yeah, 69.69.
It's a bunch of baby
it,
boomers,
headline?
so they don't,
Yeah.
you know,
What?
they don't get the joke. All the baby boomers.
Oh yeah, I get you.
It was a real money shot.
Yeah, they don't like 69s, and
Yeah,
according
because baby boomers are boo people. We're ass people.
yeah,
Yeah.
it depends.
That's what
Depends
you
on the age.
do.
They
What?
what was it? They put that added the anus.
The African
They
dude.
eat, yeah, they eat the poo poo. Angel said it. If you didn't hear him. The Book of Boba Fett got weird.
They did?
It got super weird.
I
dog.
was seeing like some posts and shit, like the calling it like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
The
There was this weird thing because they have like these people who get modded, right? So like they get like these the machine parts in them.
Like
Yeah.
Lombot.
Who?
Lombot.
Who's that?
He's Lando Calrissian's lobotomized robot man, dude, person, human.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's in the Cloud City. He's like this white dude, and he has like machine stuff in his back of his head. He's literally a guy who got a lobotomy to become a
Yeah.
robot.
Really?
Yeah,
How do you know that backstory?
because he sounds crazy. Lombot, that's his name.
So you like that's my headcanon now?
That's what
Or?
the communists want to do now. They want to put their brains into like Chappie.
Oh,
Well, that's what Elon Musk wants to do too.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That would be cool, but only after I die. You know,
Mhm.
like when the body fails, that's when I'm like, all right, boot it up.
There's a movie with what's that guy's name? The guy who's gonna play Blade,
I do remember
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, Ollie.
There's a movie coming out with him where like his family is trying to convince him to get
doing
like
a lot of
this
stuff
robot replacement and just
Yeah.
put his consciousness into the robot body. He's like crying and shit. He's like, I don't know if I want to do this. And and the doctor's like, it's for your benefit. And he's like, fuck.
fucking Upload is getting a season 2.
What's Upload?
It has Stephen Amell's brother, Robbie Amell, and Robbie basically is a dude who this is like all in the future, so everything's like futuristic. So basically, when you die, you're able to pay for like a service. It's like a subscription service. It's basically like a retirement home, but like way better because you you're in the Matrix. Like you die and they put your mind in the Matrix. Yeah. And then he's like uncovering like all these secrets and blah 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 about how the company is and all this shit, you know.
That sounds interesting.
It's pretty cool. I like it. But oh yeah, and then this girl on the outside starts getting feelings for him, and you know,
Yeah,
the
no,
horny
man.
part of TV shows.
Stephen Amell's in a wrestling show called Heels or some shit
Heels,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
With his brother. Oh no, not his brother.
Heels. Heel is the wrestling
It's
term
with
for the
somebody
bad
else,
guy.
though.
Just
Would you
because
be
you're
a
a
heel?
bad guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll heal it up and then I'll turn face and then turn heel again, wherever need be.
Fucking Starscream ass motherfucker. And but yeah, Book of Boba Fett, dude, that shit got weird. They really were like Power Rangers. The mod people were I think Thundercat was one of them. Thundercat was like the main one that actually does
producer?
that shit. Yeah,
The rap
the
producer
rap producer.
with
Yeah.
the red hair.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's cool.
And then they all have bikes that look like retro,
This
Like
guy's
speeders and
practicing how to
shit?
drive.
Oh my.
like retro bikes, and
Oh, that's a girl.
it's just It just looks so funny, dude.
Oh,
I seen a still shot of it, like of the whole people. Like, why is it so colorful? It's like that thing really feels like Star Wars.
and
well,
then
Thundercat
a lot
actually
of the
does.
scenes seem.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not part of it. He just makes them. He just made them. But
Dude, man.
yeah, he's just the guy who works there.
Yeah.
He's like basically the tattoo artist. But like the thing is like, these are like Boba Fett's people now. Like he has these mod people like as his little gang, and it's just,
That's the block.
how are you gonna like after Jabba the Hutt come over with fucking like 5 teenagers who are dressed like modern like real life people from Earth, like, but with like some robot parts
I need to watch this shit.
and
okay?
retro
I
bikes.
probably watch it just so I can bag on it. 'Cause
But I'm trying to watch all the Star Wars like
No, there,
canonically.
like there's cool stuff about it. Like Danny Trejo's in it, and,
oh yeah, I
and
saw that too.
that shit's dope. And who he is dope, and where he drops off is dope.
He's dope.
And he's just dope. And also the fucking Boba reacting to the gift is really cool too.
Uh-huh.
So there's some bright sides, but a lot of it's kind of down for me right now.
Uh-huh.
I really am hoping. The last thing he said in the newest episode was we need more manpower, basically, like firepower or whatever. And it ends right there. So I'm hoping fucking bounty hunters start coming in.
Some men.
Yeah. Wait, no. Fennec Shan is a badass in that. But
Fennec Shan?
Mulan.
Mulan.
Yeah, Fennec Shan.
The actress that played Mulan.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the Kami movie?
No, in the animated.
Oh, animated.
Yeah,
Sick.
voice actress.
It was. I thought.
Ming Wan Yen.
I thought she was voiced by Britney Spears or something.
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger got in a crash.
No.
The other day.
way.
Mm-hmm.
How
What
was that?
happened?
He was in an SUV, obviously. It's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it was in LA. I think it was in his neighborhood too. And this is his second crash in that neighborhood.
Damn.
His other one was like, I think he was in a motorcycle.
That's what me and my neighbor always say, man. Ain't nobody know how to drive anymore.
Yeah, even Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I mean,
He caused the crash.
I don't know who caused
you
it.
would think, like,
there
people
was
watch out
no
for celebrities.
drugs or alcohol or anything. It was just a crash. But
Isn't he like 85 or something?
but he was in an SUV, and the other guy was in a Prius. So it's like it just looks funny.
Why?
It's a fucking Prius, dog, versus something that you think Arnold Schwarzenegger would drive. I don't think he would drive an SUV like this. I'm pretty sure he's gonna drive like a fucking huge ass SUV.
What if it's like a mom SUV, dog?
It's a motorcycle from T2.
Like I could just picture him walking out of the crash.
I'd
But
be
no,
back.
everyone's fine. Somebody got sent for like a minor injury from the other car to a hospital, I think. But everything's fine. It's good to talk about.
The guy came out the car
Or the
and he was
tabloids
like, I
or
like
what?
your jacket.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the M&M shit though?
Nah.
Like the candy M&Ms, the hard
Oh,
shell
that
candy.
shit, yeah.
Oh no.
They're rebranding it.
Yeah,
They're
What?
changing the
They're
characters
doing woke.
to be more inclusive.
You're
Yeah.
fucking lying.
And everybody's
No,
bragging on them, too.
everyone's like, you could change them all you want, but I'm still gonna be jerking off to green M&M.
And it's like, bro, it's just chocolate. Like,
It's just chocolate pieces, dog. Just
Yeah.
put some arms on them.
who cares if the red one's a dick? You know? It's like, it's just a commercial.
He's voiced by Billy West. That guy's cool.
Who's that?
He's the guy who plays Fry from Futurama.
Oh, okay.
He also
He does
can
a
do a
lot
lot
of
of Looney
characters.
Tune. Yeah, he does a shit ton of characters.
I think he's the new Looney Tune person, right?
I think so.
Because the other guys.
He played
Yeah.
Bugs at one point. Nah, but now
Like-
they have someone new.
Like how Wiki of Skittles went in that direction, right?
Uh-huh.
But they tried that and they did the all white. They did the all white Skittles
Oh, that was fucking weird,
Yeah,
dude.
this
That
is
was like.
to show the
I hated
the,
that.
the love for LGBTQ plus communities.
And everyone's like, but it was a rainbow.
Yeah, Skittles was like, nah, white power, white power.
Yeah.
I guess
Everyone like looks at the Skittles and it's like white fists, and they're like, oh.
instead of the M's, instead of the S's.
Yeah, instead of the.
like, oh, yeah, that M&M shit is weird.
I don't think they haven't posted like the actual picture, right? They just said that they were gonna do it.
Cause like they're already colorful anyway. It's like, what are you gonna do?
You still talking about Skittles? I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I'm going back to the M&M.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking, this is so stupid. It's like
Same thing with M&Ms.
Chocolate's for
They're,
everybody.
they're already
dog.
colored.
M&M's are for everybody, dog.
I
Already.
don't know.
By going?
Billy West, in an interview, he said he made his voice for Fry his young voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that way if they ever
He
try to
went back
fire,
in time.
no, well he's a good voice actor, so
Yeah.
he's able to do it. He said he did that so that way if they ever try to fire him, they'd have no one to replace him with. Probably would have to sound completely different. I'm like, damn, that's contingency right there.
It's a man with the plan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read like what's happening. I think they're only changing the green M&M because she's too sexy.
I saw some of the changing the behavior of the red M&M
Because he's so much of an asshole.
Yeah, I guess he's too masculine or.
Didn't they make him
toxic.
Danny
my
DeVito?
God.
Huh?
Didn't they make him Danny DeVito?
I think they did, yeah, when they turned him into a real life person. Or some
Yeah.
shit. I don't know. You
So
know,
it would make sense that he's like acts like that.
you know when you're at the movies and the M&M commercial comes on where they're all like imitating movie tropes,
Yeah.
and then they're all tied up to the thing. Whose fault is it? Is it the red M&M's fault that they don't get escaped at the right time?
I'm not sure.
And someone's phone goes off. Oh, he's about to cut the wire, and then someone's phone goes off, and he's all like, "Really? Right now?"
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the red M&M was always cool. You know, he's like the leader, fucking sassy as fuck, does whatever he wants, kind of thing. And it's cool.
That's too toxic, man.
The yellow M&M is cool because he was kind of like he's kind of slow a little
Yeah.
bit, but he's like really cool. And he has a deep voice. The blue one, he didn't really have too much of personality, but you know, he was cool.
Hey,
And
this green M&M change isn't even like
the green one was like hella sexy.
she just
Looks
changed
cool.
her outfit.
Yeah,
It's
she's
just all
wearing-
white.
Man, people tripping, dog.
Yeah.
Well,
That's cool.
it's also because people are just horny, but I just think the whole thing is stupid. Like,
Remember that rumor
it's
that?
M&M's. It's
Remember-
chocolate. Just
Remember
do
that? Remember?
I just want to eat chocolate. That's it.
Remember that rumor that if you gave a girl green M&Ms, she'd get horny?
Was that rumor?
That was
That
a
was a
rumor.
rumor?
I asked a couple of girls that too, and they said yeah. And I was like, whoa.
They were like, hell yeah, you got some?
I
Yeah.
just knew of like dark chocolate being an aphrodisiac.
Nah, they
or
fucking
some shit.
they snuck that fucking that pill in there, dog.
Some Bill Cosby. Some
Then they
Cardi
introduced the orange M&M, bro, and this fool was crazy.
They put
It
the
was
rhino
cool.
pill in those M&Ms.
Ah.
B. All night.
I actually watched like this video about explaining the history behind the M&M company. It was cool.
What happened?
Basically, this guy, cause
Oh, sorry, guy.
no, it's like this. It was like in the early 1900s. This
That's
dude,
a lot of things, right?
Was he
Yeah.
misogynist? He's probably misogynist, huh?
1900s.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, 1900s. Anyway, so this guy,
Yeah.
he made
I'll stop
chocolate.
bigot.
This guy made chocolate, right? And then he got bankrupt like 2 or 3 times, and it got to the point where like, cause he was successful, but then he would go bankrupt.
Yeah.
And he had a kid and a wife, and the wife left him when his kid was like really young, like he was barely born. So she moved like upstate, and he moved to like California, and he got remarried, and then like he made another fortune off his candy.
That's right. Fuck
Yeah.
that other bitch.
Yeah, so then he like
Man, dude, imagine living back then, just fucking making fortune after fortune.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, all right, I'm back in it, bitch.
yeah, but that's the
God
thing,
damn
like
it.
you go bankrupt, but and you know you took your
You're
L,
fine.
but
Yeah.
you gotta bounce back. Like you can bounce back, like as just long. People say as long as don't give up. If you really want it, don't give up. Right?
Yeah, I mean, life's long.
Yeah, you can keep going. So fast forward, his
I
son.
know people who got bankrupt and became president, dog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a homie.
You can bounce back.
So
Like Big Sean said, bounce back.
I think he was talking about ass, but go on.
yeah, so fast forward, his son's like 20 now, right? And his son got like caught up in some dumb shit, and he was in jail. And so his father bailed him out, and he hadn't seen his son in years, you know. So then he kind of put his son on the right track, and
Well, he had to make a fortune, you know.
yeah, his son fucking finished college and then entered into the chocolate business with his father.
Yeah.
And then so they started making, and they made, don't quote me on this, but they were do a lot of the, you know how like Pepsi owns fucking like Fanta and fucking Mountain Dew and all that. Yeah, so it's kind of like
and
this.
Then Pepsi has their own fucking parent company and shit,
Yeah.
blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he made like I forget which one it was. It was probably like Three Musketeers or Milky Way. He made some of those, right? So then his son wanted to branch out because they already made like a fucking fortune. And their business was booming in the chocolate industry in America, right? So and their last name started with an M. So this whole time I'm thinking, oh, it's called M&M because
The dad and
the dad and the son, so they'd be M&M, yeah.
Mhm.
But that's not why it's called that. So it turns out.
Mine and mine.
we really like the letter M, guys.
Yeah. So it turns out the son wanted to branch out into other countries, but the dad didn't want to. He wanted to like keep his fortune in America and like just have it steady right there, right? So the son just kept being adamant about it, but they're both good businessmen, right? They both know, they've learned from their losses and blah, 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 blah. So the father tells him, hey, you know, you want to go do this? I'm going to give you because people own shares of the company.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to buy your shares off of you so you don't have any stake in my company. I'm going to give you this money. You can move to England or Europe and you can start whatever you want over there. And
this
so
is the early 1900s, like around what time?
this is like, I want to say like, at this point, it was probably like the 1960s now.
Oh, 60s.
Yeah, 'cause it
okay, so after World War II and shit.
Yeah, so the story started off like in the 1920s maybe or 1930s, and then now his son's older and shit, and yeah. So then
I can see why he's like, no, keep it in America. Motherfucker just went through two world wars.
yeah,
He's like, no, there's been chocolate here everywhere, man. Don't bring chocolate everywhere. It's for everyone.
yeah. So he moves to some country in Europe, right? And he's like making his chocolates, and making some decent business. But then he meets a guy who's able to coat things in this coating. I don't know what else to call it. Yeah.
It's more chocolate.
Yeah. So he likes that coding technique, and so he meets up with the guy, and they come into business together, and he finds a way to make chocolate pellets with the coating, which became the M&M.
I hate that sound.
Pellets? Yeah, I know.
That's
That's basically what an M&M is.
yeah, but like
That's
imagine they branded them like that. Like they're like, hey guys, here's your chocolate pellets.
Yeah.
Get your chocolate pellets here.
And the guy who invented
That's
the
real
coding,
shit.
the guy who did the coding technique, his last name started with M, and that's why it's called M&M.
Oh, so
Yeah.
He kicked his dad out.
Yeah. And then so they made M&Ms, and they started off in Europe, and then like they made other chocolates too. And
Their
then
dad got bankrupt again.
no, check this out. So like in the 1990s, the dad passed away, and so he
damn.
had other kids, and they all had shares in the company, right? But they didn't know how to run the business like he did.
Because basically, yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, because
the
basically
kids were like,
yeah, because basically the father and the first son were like the businessmen. They were like they knew their shit. So with the company in shambles, the fucking son moved. He lived in Europe this whole time. He moved back to America and took over the company, his dad's company, and now he owns both.
like,
Yeah, and it's okay. So
like it's just like, imagine living as the other kids, and like the whole time you just hear about like these stories about your older
son?
brother.
Yeah.
Like my older brother did the same thing my dad did, but in Europe.
yeah,
That's crazy.
It's
He
kind of
bought
like
chocolates for everyone.
it's kind of like Ed and Eddie. Eddie's
Yeah,
older brother. Yeah. But so he comes back, and then the company had other businesses too, like Dove lotion and all that shit. And that's why Dove has chocolate. I always wondered that. Yeah. So yeah, he came back to America, took over the company, and ever since then, boom, fucking biggest chocolate conglomerate in the world or some shit. I don't know.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah, chocolate M&M is pretty big.
It's a cool story, man.
It's one of my favorites.
I feel like that could be a good movie right
Until
there.
they covered up the
Yeah,
M&M.
it was interesting.
Yeah.
I was intrigued.
Yeah, it's like they have a McDonald's movie.
It needs a little bit more
Yeah, the McDonald's movie is
conflict.
sick, bro.
Uh-huh.
I was like, damn, that's
Yeah.
dirty. They did that dude dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
The brothers.
That's why that movie did good, is because it had that conflict.
Yeah.
I want to know what the conflict of the that was. Like, was it maybe the brothers were fighting too, or whatever,
Well,
blah blah. But whatever.
I feel like it'd
Well, it
become
wasn't
between
even-
the father and the son.
It was, what, you talking about McDonald's, right?
No, for the chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Hershey's and all that.
If not, it'll just make a good documentary.
Yeah,
so you don't have to have a conflict, really.
That's true, but I feel like there's enough conflict in there for a movie.
Alright. If you say so, man.
It would have to span a bunch of years too, though.
Yeah.
They had to make 3 parts. The
No,
third
there's
part's a
There's a lot
two-parter.
of movies that do like the 5 years of this, and then 2 years of that, and then
10
the
years
last
later.
years.
I, Tanya.
The final years.
It's like
I've
a
never
version
seen
of the intro.
Never
Oh,
seen
it's good.
That's what they do.
You guys had to have seen your stories bombarded with when we were young.
When we were young.
Oh, the show?
The show, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The,
The
Vegas
concert?
show, yeah.
So is it really real? Because I heard people saying that
Yeah,
it might have been false.
So it's absolutely real. Live Nation, like blah blah, made it real.
But that's just Live Nation.
However,
though.
exactly.
Remember
However,
the other Live Nations? Fucking.
Astro World.
Yeah, like.
However,
That was
bands
Fortnite
came
dancing
out,
on the bodies.
bands on the lineup came out and said, "What the fuck? When? Like when were we invited to this?" So a lot of people, and this was before ticket sales, so a lot of people were like, "What the fuck, dude? If the bands don't know that they're gonna be there, it's a 12-hour show with like over 60 bands. How long are they gonna be playing? And like just a bunch of shit. Especially since the people who like been to shows with these bands, like all these emo bands or anything, they know that a shit ton of times a lot of people call off. Like a lot of bands just don't show. So fucking in my head, I bet Live Nation did it knowing that. So they're like, all right, yeah, we have 60 bands. Fucking 50 don't show. There's still gonna be 10 bands that fucking people are gonna want to see, you know? But,
that's funny.
Yeah, in my head, that's what I think. Like the fucking businessmen are doing. But still, they're being scummy. They're not telling anybody anything. They put up ticket sales for like that shit's like $400, dog.
Yeah,
like the cheapest one's like $250, I think, for the blood nose seats. And
that's
nosebleeds.
Yeah, the nosebleeds. Did I say blood nose?
Yeah.
You got bloody nose?
Yeah, that bloody nose though. I am prone to bloody noses, but
Anemic?
what?
Yeah, anemic?
Yeah, I was vegan for a month.
No iron?
Like 4 years ago. But no, it was like 6. But
Don't do
anyway.
it.
So yeah, and then the ticket sales went up, and people said, "Hey, don't buy them," and people bought them anyway. And there's like no refund like clauses really.
It smells like
it's basically impossible to get a refund, and a lot of people are thinking like they did it to cover up the lawsuits that are happening because of Astroworld, and they're like, we could just bleed money from these people real quick, pay it off, and throw a shitty show.
crazy. It sounds like, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like Fire Festival 2.0.
Exactly. A
That's
lot of
what
people
they all
have been
say.
saying that shit
Yeah.
too. Yeah, they're like using pictures of Fire Festival to kind of like convey their point as well.
That's the one where
Like,
they
to
were
make
living in
memes and
tents for
shit.
like 2 days, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
Sandwiches and shit.
no, not even just a
They
tent
didn't
too.
even have
It's-
stuff. I don't know what they fucking...
Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah.
people were dying. People
was
were
bad.
suffering
They had
from
food,
dehydration.
yeah.
All they had to drink was alcohol.
People getting robbed and other shit. It's
It was
crazy.
really bad. It's too good to be true. And usually when things are like that, you know, it is that.
Oh, yeah.
But every now and then,
If it walks
fate
like
just reaches his hands out.
Hmm?
We can take it.
If it walks like a duck, and talks like a duck, and fucks like a duck, that's
Probably
bestiality.
chicken.
I don't know.
And
What,
you're gonna get arrested.
I don't want to know what a duck fucks like.
They rape you.
Oh shit.
I've seen it at the fucking observatory that we have over here in Fontana, California. And there's like this little lake, and there were some ducks, and then this duck comes with like a gang of people and just starts fucking chasing this other like duck, and it just starts raping her, dude.
You're
and
serious?
Then, yeah, and then this geese comes over and he's like, back the fuck up, back the fuck up.
That's
And
my duck.
yeah, and it was really sad. It made it more sad because the duck that was getting chased, like, stepped on the concrete weird. So then after that, it started like limping. So then fucking
It was downhill from there.
it was downhill from there. Like that's when she got caught and shit. And
Well-
fucking that's when the geese came to save her. But you know, fucking wildlife is crazy.
At least, yeah, because man,
Nature
it is
crazy.
crazy. Because like cheetahs, bro, they fucking female cheetahs.
Did you know like they're like the worst species basically?
Why?
They literally like min-max themselves to only be fast. They can't do anything else.
I don't know if it was cheetahs or lionesses. I think it was cheetahs, but like their whole, or it was lionesses. Their whole purpose is to breed, and so once they get their cubs, they they branch out, and it's only
Yeah.
the mom and the cubs.
Have you ever been to that LA museum?
I think so.
But
But
they have like a thing where it's like there's always like 5 lionesses like chilling, and like
Real?
they do the hunting
Real
and
ones?
shit. Yeah, no, they're all stuffed in there.
Oh, okay.
But like they're there and they're chilling with their cubs and everything, and then there's like 1 or 2 lions just kind of hanging around. The lionesses do like most of the work and
yeah,
everything.
male
And
lions
it's
just kind of like
this is
roam
crazy.
around. And dude, if they find a female lioness, and even if there's like 2 or 3 of them, they just want to bone, right?
Mhm.
So the lioness doesn't want to bone because
She wants to choose the right one.
she already has kids. So what the lions do is they kill the kids. That way the girls more open
Are
up
you
to
serious?
fucking. I'm serious.
That's what sharks do.
I was like, damn, that's fucking sad.
I thought sharks just eat it just because they're hungry.
Same principle.
So these little
That's not
baby
the same principle.
these
One's
little-
for nutrition, the other one's because they want to fuck.
No. They drown them to fuck. No, that's dolphins. My bad. Dolphins.
Yeah,
Dolphins
there you
do
go.
that.
Yeah, dolphins are horny as fucking rapists.
Yeah, dolphins
Oh,
drown the
shit.
babies. Yeah.
Was that all you had for the lions?
Pretty much, the Cubs just have to watch out for everything. Like they have to watch out for other predators and lions.
Like, and their
how life is,
stepdad.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because like if cheetahs, the female cheetahs, if they come across each other, it's like they'll kind of like because they don't like each other. So if a female cheetah runs upon another female cheetah's den or whatever, they'll kind of just be like, "You want the smoke? Nah, I don't want the smoke," and then they dip out, right? But if lionesses or cheetahs run up on lionesses' den, they're like, there's like no, "You want the smoke?" They just straight up fight.
Yeah.
Like, lionesses are down for their set. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They're the original ride or die. Yeah, see that Moon Knight trailer?
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, but I saw like thumbnails of people like.
Yeah, I saw somebody talk about it. That's what I saw.
It's Oscar Isaac, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's pretty crazy. They should have hired a black guy instead, though.
For Moon Knight?
Yeah, his powers are Egyptian, and no one even knows what he looks like, anyways. So, might as well.
No, they show him, and they give his ethnicity and stuff, and he's already played an Egyptian before. Apocalypse.
Yeah, no, it sucked.
Oh, because that one sucked that this one does?
Most likely. Nah, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying they wanted to show representation and everything. I think Moon Knight was like the perfect choice. They could have hired Mahershala Ali, because he was in that movie Moonlight.
Moonlight.
He's gonna be
Night.
Blade.
Oh, he is?
Oh, they could hire the guy who plays the older version of the main character from Moonlight. Then we could have Moonlight and Moon Knight together.
Bro, I'm about to get you a net like I'm gonna knock you out. You talking some stupid shit. One of the actors that apparently were in that show died from a skiing accident.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Fucking, I don't know, man.
Who was it?
37.
Who was it?
This French dude, Gaspard Ulliel. I don't know how to do a French accent, so I'm sorry for our French listeners, but
Well, he died doing what he loved.
I don't know if he loves skiing.
While he was doing it.
But he crashed into somebody else and fucking got a head injury and died in the hospital.
That's scary, man.
Yeah, just from an accident, dog.
I wonder how the other person.
Like
is.
something that you
The
see
other
in
person
fucking like millions of TV shows, people just bumping into each other. It had to be at high speeds. Shout out to one of our fans out there. His name's Angel as well.
too? Shit.
He answered one of our Q&A questions that I put up on Spotify.
Uh-huh.
The question was,
That's my name.
what are you afraid of? I believe it was a holiday episode.
Oh, wow.
Like, what do you fear or whatever? And he put, what was it? We are in it, that we're in a simulation.
Oof. Yeah, it's scary.
It is scary, but like, if you can't break out of it, you might as well make the best of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like saying like when the simulation is like you're already aware of the simulation. Just break out of the habit of the simulation, and then you become an anomaly.
An anomaly?
Yeah. But
Well, what do they say in Finding Nemo? The
An
anemone?
anemone.
An anemone.
I'm from the
Anomaly.
Anemone. Yeah, because, man, I know, like, especially if your daily routine is repetitive and you feel like you're stuck,
yeah, that's another form of the Matrix.
that
It's
shit can
just
sink
like,
in.
Yeah. Just do something different sometimes.
Yeah, switch it
Say
up.
that again.
Find some new hobbies. Take your mind off of it.
But what are you afraid of?
The simulation.
Oh, that's what it was? What was that your answer?
Oh, I don't think we can answer it. I think we answer it by talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah,
Because
but-
it didn't give me an option.
Because, like, simulation, man. It's like you're simulated, or are you not
Oh,
simulated?
wait.
I'm stimulated. What happened?
Was it, so the whole question was, why are we afraid of the simulation?
No.
No.
I asked the question of what are you afraid of?
And this
Okay.
guy said simulation.
Oh,
that he's
okay,
afraid
okay.
of being in a simulation.
Now I get it now. Now I'm on
Motherfucker
track.
high.
Now I'm on track.
Motherfucker's in his own simulation.
Yeah.
I am. But it's funny here.
But it's fun in here. Motherfucking trapped.
You mean more fun? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
Nah.
It's funny the way I said it. I just watched Cadillac Records about the blues. It was a record label. It had like Etta James on it, Chuck Berry, Howlin' Wolf. And it was just like a movie about them. the whole thing is like showing how like the artist slave for like the label, because the dude was getting rich. Like luckily for them, this guy actually cared about them, so like he actually helped the artist as much as he could, but still he's taking money from them. The thing is, he buys everyone a Cadillac when they make like good records, good sales and shit. And so
what if you already have a Cadillac?
Oh, that's the thing. That's funny. But
it's funny you mentioned that.
Because like
well, I guess you could sell it.
Howlin'
right?
Wolf appears, and who's the other dude?
I don't know. You're the one who watched it. It's fucking
Howlin' Wolf, and then Lightning Hopkins, I think his name is.
Lightning Hopkins.
Yeah, yeah. It might be wrong, but he's like, oh, if you stay long enough, you get one of these boys. He like hits the Cadillac, and then Howlin' Wolf is like just dirty, just like from the dirt. Like he has like this dirty ass truck. He's like, nah, I'm good with this truck right here. It ain't nice, but it's mine, and I ain't got no daddy. And it's basically saying like the label is his daddy, and he's just like begging for them for money to like kind of like an allowance, shit like that.
You mean like asking your job for money?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because like the money that they're giving you is the money that you're raking in from like your talent and stuff. So that's when he's like saying like, yeah, like all my shit I have is mine. So like you can have a daddy and like keep having stuff given to you, but I'll earn mine.
I guess I don't see it that way.
Yeah.
'Cause you still earned the money.
Yeah.
It's not like you didn't earn the money.
KK Slider in Animal Crossing, when he finishes his tune and he gives it to you, he's like, these industry fat cats want to put a price on my music, but it wants to be free.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
You know what's funny?
What?
You still have to buy the music to put in your house.
Nah. Well, you have to buy the radio to play it in your house, yeah.
No, you have to buy
That's
the
what they
music
get you.
too.
And which one?
Newest one.
The newest one? Oh, that sucks.
I saw this one.
Well, I guess KK went
He oh my god, he signed a label.
Corporate KK.
Corporate. Oh no. Bro, how do you spell corporate?
with a K. No, but before we go to this,
KK Slider's first name's Louis.
I saw this.
Louis.
Oh shit. I saw this theory that Animal Crossing is about child labor. Because you kidnap the kid, you just put him on an island with people with basically like chimeras and shit.
You went on the island on your own accord.
And then, well, you can't leave.
Yeah, you can. You can go to different islands.
Yeah, that's what my brother told me today.
You can't leave.
Playing it.
It's still their island though. It's still their island though. Like it's like there's no other humans.
No, it's not owned. Yeah, there's other people there. Oh, there's no humans like in the entire world.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you just kidnapped and then you work for them and then you just slave. It's crazy. As a kid, it's crazy.
I mean, you build a house, man. I wouldn't call that slavery. I mean, if you're on an island and you start like doing shit to make your life comfortable, that's just you on an island.
It's like you being in the Matrix. Like, are you really like? That's crazy. Like, you don't have to be there.
I don't see that at all, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever saw myself as a kid in Animal Crossing.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I kind of thought I was like a young
person,
20-year-old or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just because I'm in debt and shit. I think that was a good time for a little ad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys want that?
Atskis.
The fans want a little ad? Yeah.
Atkins.
Let me put the ad on a spoon. I'm gonna airplane the ad right in your mouth. How do you do an airplane noise?
I was gonna go.
You guys all fill up with that ad? Yeah. Yeah. You want me to give you a little burpees? Little pat on the back. All right, let's continue the podcast now. That was a good one. Are you guys able to burp on command?
No, I can't.
No, I could kind of. Yeah, I have like little bitch ones. Angels, that's good. Those are good.
He can also make throat noises.
Sorry. Oh, stop. I'm cutting that one out. Sorry in advance about the burping, but fucking the body's the body. You gotta like all parts of it.
I always say.
Better out than in.
That's what he always said.
That's it. That's what he always said.
Chant the song, mother.
Somebody once told me. Fucking like church choir and shit. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Why are you not in this?
I don't know a song like that.
Angel's officially kicked off of the fucking podcast.
Why are we the Smash Mouth podcast or something?
I'm about to smash his mouth.
Shrek Cole.
Yeah, exactly.
Wreckaholic.
Do you not have your Shrek tattoo?
That was fake. I was just to get in.
Who has it? I think, was it Ed Sheeran has a Shrek tattoo or some shit?
That sounds like some shit. I never shoot.
He has like really bad tattoos.
Jeff told me that they took the Shrek ride out of Universal Studios.
You're lying.
I don't know.
That's like the best ride.
Yeah?
Nah.
Oh.
You're lying.
Isn't the Mummy the best ride?
I'm lying.
It's like...
Didn't they change the Mummy? They changed it.
You did?
Man,
Yeah.
I miss Pharaoh's Lost Kingdom.
Bruh,
that was a good
all
one.
you gotta do is find it.
Huh?
This fucking guy.
Isn't it called Raging Waters now?
Nah.
That's what it fucking turned into. Basically.
Nah, I think it's different. I think there were two different places.
There was a water park.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
they're
water park.
both different water parks. There's Raging Waters and then there's Pharaoh's Lost
Oh, yeah,
Kingdom.
yeah.
I've never been to Pharaoh's.
Oh.
I've been to Raging Waters, and then I know people who did the opposite.
Yeah, because like Pharaoh's Lost Kingdom, it had like
It had a pyramid and stuff. It was pretty obvious that it was Pharaoh's Lost
it
Kingdom.
was an amusement park, but it also had like a water
I think it had an arcade too.
park too. But then after a while, I guess like they stopped updating the rides or whatever, and so they took out the rides and they just kept the water park. And it just opened during summer, and that's it. It's kind of lame. They used to have laser tag.
Yeah, every time I drove by it looked
So
like
sad.
yeah, it looked sad. Like it looked like it was always empty and shit. Like on the freeway and shit. Obviously from like the car window from the back, you know, like as a kid, because like I'm pretty sure it closed down when we reached adulthood. But
Yeah.
I mean, R.I.P. Pharaoh's Lost Kingdom.
What about Scandia? R.I.P. Scandia.
R.I.P. Scandia
Scandia's
as
gone
well.
too?
Scandia
it's been gone.
happened like 10 years ago. Or
I
some
found a
shit.
Scandia coin somewhere the other
Oh
day.
shit.
On you
Where
cried?
they go the fucking thing
I was
is
like,
now?
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I don't know what it is now, but I don't even know. I think that like the nearest fucking mini golf
Yeah,
things
laser
like in
tag too.
fucking Ontario.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know any other mini golf
I
place.
think,
What's it called?
we should make a
Colton.
mini golf place.
Colton has a mini golf place.
That's scary, dog.
Uh,
Have you heard those songs?
nah.
Fucking about Colton and stuff from those people with attitude.
Persons of color with attitude.
NWA?
Yeah. I don't feel right saying that first word though.
The first letter.
Not even the abbreviation?
Yeah,
Not even the abbreviation.
I would say WA with attitude.
All right.
So we had a fight soon.
Oh, yeah.
We had a
UFC
fight.
There was a
Yeah.
UFC fight last Saturday, and I'm not as invested into UFC as I was before. So I only
That's
know,
crazy, dog.
right?
That's
it's 'cause-
crazy.
It's
That's
because
how the world
We
is.
started off the podcast like you heavy into the UFC.
That's how the world is.
yeah, I've been heavy into UFC for like the past 4 years, but right now I'm really into professional wrestling right now. This shit's getting good.
You know, I really hate that you say that.
What?
I really hate that you say that you're more into wrestling right now.
Why?
Because of this gift I got you for Christmas, I forgot to give it to you.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Yo.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
yo!
Do you know which one this one is?
I'm guessing because it's UFC 263.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
He hasn't seen the back of it yet. He only seen the front.
Oh,
and it says
shit.
263. It's a special one because of the fight card. I mean when they stand off to each other and they have like that picture moment.
Is it Usman versus Covington?
No,
Fuck. McGregor versus Poirier.
no.
Well, you keep going.
Damn.
You could get one more guess and then you gotta
Yes.
turn around.
UFC 263.
263. It's they reference something that you love. It's pretty big up there in like shit that we've seen. We've probably seen it more of that picture than any other.
Man, let me think then.
I still thinking. You
Is it-
see it too.
what is that? The press release or some shit? Like what's that called?
Yeah, the press conference.
Yeah, the press conference when they stand up to each other, and give
The
a
face-off?
That little face off. Yeah,
I like that movie.
263, man.
263. What are we on right now?
Face Off was based off like
I
an
think like
old.
69.
Oh yeah.
This was last year. Usman versus Masvidal?
Isn't that the first one you said?
No, I said Usman versus Covington.
Oh yeah. No.
Fuck. Well, those are my 3 chances.
All right.
I'm gonna feel so dumb once I
turn it
turn this shit around.
You died.
Oh shit. Izzy versus Vittori. Oh, Figueroa versus Moreno too, and Edwards versus Diaz. Yeah, I did not watch this card.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought you were diehard.
It was Adesanya.
Adesanya. Hell yeah, dude. Man, this is crazy. Well, it's perfect because
Yeah.
this...
Is that not the Rock Lee one? Am I wrong?
No, that's Izzy versus Anderson Silva was when they did the Rock Lee thing.
Oh, damn.
And Rock Lee versus Garza. But I don't even know if that was like on a pay-per-view or not. It probably was though, because Izzy's a draw.
Oh, well, I fucked up.
It's all good, dude. This
Hey,
is tight.
you just don't tell people you fuck up.
I told the entire podcast.
Just cut it out.
So this first fight right here, Edwards
Yeah.
versus Diaz. Edwards was off for like a long time,
Mm.
and then he finally comes back and he eye pokes someone in the first round.
Hell
so
yeah, that's how
he
you
won
do
by
it.
disqualification,
Mm.
or no, he won by. He didn't get disqualified. He won the fight, but he didn't. It was
Like
weird,
he
bro.
earned it or something?
And he did not earn it. Yeah, and then so yeah, he fights Diaz, and then he literally dominated Diaz for 5 rounds. But in the final few seconds, Nate Diaz rocked him really bad, and that's all anyone ever talked about. Damn, Diaz almost rocked him. And then it's already this meme that like Diaz brothers fights need to be like 5 rounds. And so with this one, because of this fight, people were like, well, okay, give the Diaz brothers 10 rounds and they'll
Yeah.
beat you. Yeah. But right here, the second fight on this shirt, Figueiredo versus Moreno 2. Very interesting because that is the co-main event of last Saturday's fight. It was Figgy versus Moreno 3. So
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is relevant then.
it is really relevant.
It's connected.
So in their
So I
first...
didn't fuck up.
You did not fuck up.
Tell people you fuck up, Gallo.
you got to roll with the punches.
I mean, that's what it is, man. This is a contact sport viewing podcast.
Yeah, like, you remember, let me hit you.
So the first time they fought, it was a draw. And the second time they fought, Moreno won. He choked him out. So now this last Saturday was their third fight, and it was a doozy. It was really entertaining. I watched it at a sports bar, and everyone was going crazy.
Mm-hmm. I saw your story.
The fans in the actual crowd were going crazy. Even the commentators were like, "Damn, Moreno does one thing," and then everyone cheers their heads off.
Yeah.
And then so it was really fun. It was entertaining as hell. Figgy, who's Brazilian, this is his first camp with Henry Cejudo, which was the former champion of that division. And he's retired now, but he's always talking shit still. And I love the guy. I love Henry Cejudo, but, he's retired, so he's talking shit to these other fighters, but it's not like he can never do anything about it. Yeah, but, so yeah, his whole thing was that,
I mean, you could break contracts.
yeah. Henry Cejudo was training partners with Brandon Moreno.
Okay.
And I guess when Henry Cejudo went to fight Joseph Benavidez, Moreno helped Benavidez prepare for Henry Cejudo. So Henry Cejudo and Davidson Figueiredo, who...
So many names. Though.
Yeah. David, I'll just call Davidson Figueiredo Figgy. And
Okay.
he's the one that's fighting Moreno. So
Miss Fig.
since he's training with Cejudo now, he's into the storyline. He's saying like, oh, well, Brandon Moreno's a traitor. He's a traitor to Cejudo. I'm gonna kick his ass. Blah blah blah.
You
So
say a
that's
trainer or traitor?
traitor.
Oh, okay.
We're
Traitor!
calling Moreno a traitor.
Yeah.
So if anything, Cejudo.
I'll edit it, Angel. Yeah, I'll put
anything-
the trader there.
If anything, Cejudo's kind of a traitor because like he's Mexican. He was our only Mexican champion,
Yeah.
and now Moreno's our only Mexican champion because this fool retired,
Mm.
and
And people don't want it.
And he's helping a Brazilian defeat our only Mexican champion. So if anything, Cejudo's dating a Brazilian, and he speaks Portuguese. No, I'm just kidding. Well, that's all true, but
And he speaks
Oh, no.
Chinese.
I'm just saying, like, if anyone's
If
a
it
traitor,
walks like a cow, it talks like a cow.
It must be a chicken.
yeah, no, but it's cool. I like both fighters, but I like Moreno more. I'm biased. Yeah, we all know it. So, in this,
do?
yeah. So in this,
I definitely knew that.
I fucking you.
and so in this fight, man, it was so dope.
That's how dope it was. He took, what, like 3 or 4 seconds of silence?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to prepare
I'll probably cut it out, but that's what he did.
I had to download everything that happened. So it starts off with Figgy like landing crazy ass leg kicks to Moreno's lead leg, and there was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
That's a great thing to do.
yeah. There's a lot of great exchanges. Like Moreno would pop off with like 2 jabs, a straight, and then he would end it with a fucking lead hook, and it would always connect. And I remember watching the fight. I was thinking like, man, it's almost as if Moreno's the challenger in this fight because he's bringing the fight to Figgy. Like in every round, he's bringing the fight to him. He's throwing the combinations. He's initiating the exchanges.
Damn, dog, you're making me want to play UFC right now.
And Figgy did drop Moreno 3 times, so that's a knockdown. So that's you get major points for that, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's not a knockout. And Figgy, I feel like didn't do. Yeah, he did damage, but Moreno did a lot more hits. He stunned him a couple times. He didn't knock him down, but he definitely stunned him. He got a takedown in the final round,
Okay.
and he
I
finished
have a
off.
feeling.
He finished off strong. Yeah, and then when they gave the decision, he's all like, the judges gave the scorecard. All three judges gave the scorecard 48-49 for a winner by unanimous decision. I'm already thinking unanimous decision. Well, it has to go to Brandon Moreno then, right? And they said Davis and Figueiredo, and I was like, what? That was not unanimous. Like that fight, I could take a split decision or another draw.
Yeah.
But unanimous? Where do they see that, you know? And then there's this argument in UFC fans that they say, oh, well, if you're fighting a champion, you can't just beat the champion on scores and points. You have to
knock him out or something.
You have to either knock him out,
make it a big thing.
Yeah, and if it does come to decision, you have to like really show that you beat him. It can't be split, right?
Oh.
So I'm thinking like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, then that means Moreno should have won by that argument, because in one of the last fights I was talking about that mattered a lot to me was Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega.
Well, who looked like they were more down by the end of it?
They both look great. They're great fighters. They both look fresh, pretty much.
Both look fresh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's that.
I say Moreno.
Maybe they just didn't want to give it to him just because fucking he didn't look like he took him down all the way. Then
maybe, but
it had to be something that's like behind the scenes.
For example, Ortega knocked down Volkanovski in one of their fights, and he had like 2 crazy ass submissions in on him, and he just never tapped out, and they still gave the belt to Volkanovski, the champion. So I'm just like, wow, all right. Same thing when Volkanovski fights Max Holloway, you know, like when Max Holloway's the champion and Volkanovski wins off split decision, and then when Max fights him again the second time, and then they still give it goes to decision, and they still give the fight to Volkanovski even though Max knocked him down. And then people say, oh, well, you can't just knock him down, you have to win. And I'm like, okay.
There's
so,
like people who are biased say that. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I'm biased, but like at least I like if I say something if I were to say that, then I would have to stick to it, and that's what I would do.
You can't just knock him down. You have to win. You have to get the points.
Yeah.
What do you think a knockdown is?
Yeah. So like,
it's getting points.
It's just dumb. So it's just like
maybe the judges just saw more punches than you did that connected.
Maybe, yeah. They're there, you know. So.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Isn't it crazy? Like you went on your stories too, and people were there, like at the fight. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all really just went straight to like Vegas just to watch a fight? That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
People do that.
Yeah, just go to Vegas.
Yeah. So this fight was cool. It was entertaining nonetheless. So I'm cool. And also, Figgy in his post-fight win conference or post-fight winning interview in the Octagon, he said,
"You mean the gloating?"
Yeah. He said he wants to fight Moreno a 4th time in Mexico. Yeah, it makes sense. This would be the first time they already did the rubber match. You know, the rubber match is 3 matches. So this would be the first time a UFC fight has to go 4
I don't know
four
anything
fights.
about rubbers.
Rubber matches. So it's like basically you win. It's like best 2 out of 3. You win 1, I win 1. So the 3rd one would be the rubber match. Main event was Ngannou versus Gain. They were former Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gain.
Cyril
Gain?
Yeah, that's his name.
Cyril Gain.
Cyril Gain.
Like
Cyril, Ceyl.
Oh, okay.
Gay. G-A.
Gay?
Gain.
Oh, okay.
Cereal gains. Yeah.
Pure
oatmeal.
He 100%
Part of a balanced breakfast.
needs to make a fucking protein cereal.
He does, huh?
He has to.
They're
Why
both.
wouldn't he?
Both these fighters are 6'4". Fucking
Like, I feel
huge
like
ass
It makes no sense not
buff
to.
fools fighting each other.
That feels like
in
life's
heavyweight
breakfast,
division.
bro.
It's
I mean, I guess protein cereal isn't like that big of a market, but
It's just a cereal, you know?
yeah.
and
So
he could just call it Gains. He doesn't even have to call it cereal Gains because it's a cereal.
It's already a cereal.
So all you have to do is call it Gains.
oh, I get you. It'd still be cool for it to be called Cereal Gains though.
But you know who he is, and he's gonna be on the cover like a fucking
Gaines.
Wheat Thins. Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
yeah.
Like a buff ass wheat thin?
No, it's he's fighting a fucking Wheat Thin.
Dude, I want to design cereals, bro.
Let's
Like,
design some cereals.
Let's design some cereals,
Let's do
dog.
a full cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it'll be
it has your full amount of vitamins in it.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll draw the mascot and everything,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
man,
down.
that sounds I'm hungry for some cereal.
Let's go get
What would it
some.
be like
Let's
though?
go
'Cause I'm a Cocoa Pebble guy. I mean, yeah, I'm a Cocoa Pebble guy, but I'm down to go like a Lucky Charms route. But
I
that
don't like
shit's
Lucky
overdone.
Charms.
However, I love Pops.
Oh, let's
you
do
do?
pops.
That's
Let's
interesting.
do some corn
Let's
cereal.
do some like chocolate pops.
chocolate Pops.
Yeah.
You're acting fucking insane right now. That sounds good. But like not just chocolate, like a chocolate and something else. Like they're both the same. They're both the same.
I like peanut butter a lot.
Ooh, chocolate peanut butter.
Chocolate peanut
so
butter
like there's like a
Pops.
pop that's like a peanut butter and there's a pop that's like a chocolate. And
I
they're
mean,
both
if
together.
if the New Day can get their own cereal called the Bootios, I mean, we can have
I
our
mean that's
full
what I'm
cereal.
saying, dude.
Let's do this.
Julio's.
No, just fools.
The fools.
Full cereal. It'll be,
foolish
yeah, and then the front could be a fucking tarot card, and it'll be a fucking just like a cartoon
Well, that's
version.
cool.
Though. Yeah.
We'll have our faces on the side saying missing.
It's fine. Please return.
And then on the back, like you can actually like cut up the cardboard to get the tarot cards out.
Oh yeah,
They
like
go
Rebel
little
Tech
thing.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you get them hooked.
Yeah, I'm cutting all this out, so no one steals our ideas. This is just us talking. So what's the other people that are on here then?
No, this other fight's Izzy versus Vittori too. Vittori was like the most believable person to defeat Izzy, I guess, because he's wrestling and he almost beat him in their first fight, but Izzy just demolished him again,
Oh, shit.
even faster than the last time.
Damn, he got better.
Yeah, Vittori got better too though. His striking is improved, but just no one's striking is on the level of Izzy's.
Who won that fight?
Izzy. Yeah.
What's the one I was talking about? The Rock Lee one.
That's Izzy versus Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah. The Spider. The Brazilian dude.
I thought it was a fucking white guy on the other side.
No.
In my head.
No.
That's why I thought that was the fight.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he is, but
He's
I
Italian.
saw a lighter skin tone.
He's Italian, and he reminds me of Caesar from
That's
JoJo's Bizarre
fucking
Adventure.
crazy.
He's like a big orc. Like his voice is deep, and he's like, "Roar, I want to fight you, you motherfucker!"
The human brain is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
is, right?
you believe something so like offhand, and you're like, there's no reason not to believe that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you.
You just go with it.
Yeah,
And you
but
just go with it.
this main event last weekend, Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane. They were both champions. Ngannou was the real champion, and then Cyril Gane had the interim championship that he won off of defeating Derek Lewis in his hometown of Houston, Texas, which was pretty sad. But, usually Derek Lewis just knocks everyone out, right? But Cyril Gane's technical fighting skills had Derek Lewis's number. So we didn't get to see Derek Lewis win and become the interim champion and fight Ngannou for the second time. Instead, we get to see Cyril Gane fight Francis Ngannou, and they used to be training partners. And everyone thought that they were cool and shit. And there's like this funny anime scene of Cyril Gane and his coach in the hallway of a UFC fight, and Ngannou walks by like wearing an African suit, and he has shades on, and he just walks past him and acts like he doesn't know him at all. And then the camera pans back to Cyril Gane and the coach, Ngannou's former coach, and they both look at each other like, "Did he really just do that shit? Damn, I guess he did that shit." And so
It's so funny, like how much like lore is packed behind the scenes of these UFC fights.
it's crazy. And so they fought, and I was telling people, Ngannou's gonna win round 1 knockout. I'm telling you, because he's beaten his last 6 opponents all in round 1, and that it went the distance.
He has shit to do at home.
It just seems like the pattern.
It went the distance.
He's like, oh shit, I left the fucking stove on.
Duh. Ngannou, he couldn't land any really good shots off, like flush shots on Cyril Gane in the first 2 rounds, and so by the 3rd round, his power was drained and he couldn't have any knockout shots anymore. But as we saw from his last fight against Stipe Miocic, his wrestling has improved greatly, and it's because he's been training with Kamaru Usman, the 170 champion, who's a great wrestler. So this motherfucker
So when the strikes are out, the wrestling starts coming on in.
Yeah, so which before that wasn't the case. Ngannou would just knock you out, and if you wrestled him, he basically had nothing. He never trained wrestling because he had that much belief in his power. But now he's an all-around monster, and he fucking has the wrestling, and he took down Cyril Gane like so many times and just manhandled him pretty much. He had control of him the whole time, and he won by decision. It was it was great.
You got that scene in Shrek when he just throws all the knights around?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I like that scene a lot because it's like
really
wrestling.
cool. Give him the chair!
Give me the chair! You and
Yeah!
you and that old lady, bro. She's talk. She loves to talk.
Yeah, dog, I love the dog. I'm a chocolate damn thing you never seen.
Yeah, but that was the co-main and the main event last Saturday. It was great. It was cool.
That's right.
But now I'm looking
That's
forward
right.
to Brandon Moreno
How's-
versus Figgy 4.
Oh, sorry.
Go
How was the actual experience at the bar?
It was amazing, bro. It's called Chicky Chickies. Angel doesn't like
you
it.
did it
I hate
again?
chicken.
Yeah, I did it again.
I don't like that place.
I don't
Yeah,
like that
Angel
movie.
doesn't like
It
it.
reminds me of the good times we had at that donut shop.
Yeah, so check it out. Angel doesn't like it because they have bad micheladas,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't like the wings either.
Yeah.
Um,
They ran out of boneless.
I don't know, man. They ran out of boneless.
Yeah.
That's
And
fine.
you don't like it because we used to go to a donut shop that used to be there, right? Right next to my house. And that's why I didn't like it either. When I was vegan walking by that street and I saw that chicken bar, that chicken sports bar, I'd be like, man, fuck that place. First of all, they're selling chicken wings. And second of all, that used to be a great donut place. And even if it was a donut place, I wouldn't even be able to eat nothing there. But still, fuck that place, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm not vegan.
I had
and
the
now,
ice cream. Bro, if we had an ice cream shop, we could put vegan options.
Oh,
And it'll be
yeah.
the first ice cream shop with vegan options that I know of.
Serio?
I don't know any. Do you know any?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then but yeah, now I'm going there. There's like a bunch of people that go to see the UFC fights. It's great. You know, I like the atmosphere there.
This was cool for like to see the fights and shit.
The staff is cool.
The way that it looks so fucking dark on the outside, but when you did that recording on the inside, it was bright, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
what
bright.
the fuck?
And I noticed that they had
They
like
have good food.
soccer jerseys and football jerseys everywhere. And I looked to my left, and boom, there was a UFC belt with some gloves. I was like, oh, that's cool. I never noticed that.
And they're like, you want to fight for it? He's standing on the other
It's
side.
like this. It's not for prop.
It's not a prop.
This is real life.
Oh, sorry. It's one of those sitcom things where you see it and they're like, yeah, we got a fight coming this Saturday.
Yeah.
You want to sign
In the
up?
kitchen.
And you're like, oh, man, I don't know.
I have been crazily practicing my boxing all this year.
Exactly.
For
Like
this whole year.
for a few. No, it has been like a year. How long's it been?
Me?
Like half.
Yeah,
Since last August, I started.
Yeah, like half.
half a year. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been practicing boxing since August, and growing up, I wasn't in a lot of fights, but I kind of learned how to fight by whatever someone would teach me, you know?
Mhm.
Like, we had a friend named Mogar who did wrestling and shit, so he taught me how to put it on a guillotine and how to do some shit, and I was like, cool, and I used it. And
Secondhand teaching. basically.
secondhand teachings, yeah. And I was kind of just like this
Which
little,
I guess is all teachings,
yeah.
but it's like in a less professional sense.
Yeah. I guess I just wanted to be different because in my apartments down the ways, he lived really close to me, was this boxer dude. He was
Yeah,
The
guy
old
who
boxer
stand
guy?
out in his boxers.
nah.
Oh, the other guy.
He was a boxing.
Yeah.
He was a boxing trainer, and a lot of the kids would go train with him, even the wrestling dude. And
You're training for free too.
yeah, for free. And then I didn't want to do it because I was like, man, fuck that
Yeah,
shit.
he was like, fuck boxers. Like,
Yeah. And then
You're dumb.
yeah, because then I would fight. Me and one of the dudes he would train would fight each other, and we'd be like we'd stalemate each other, bro. We'd both get tired. Like we both land a lot of good shots, and then we'll both be tired by the end of it, and it would be like,
It's because you guys didn't do rounds, though.
all right, it's a draw. Yeah, because we didn't know. But then we,
we're kids.
yeah,
We
we're
just wanna
kids.
fight. We're kids.
Yeah, we just
We're
want to
fighting
fight.
kids.
Yeah,
We are fighting
And
dreamers.
cereals.
and I was thinking like, man, if this kid's training boxing and I'm stalemating him, like,
Yeah, you used to rant about shit like that. Too.
yeah, I'd be like,
This is funny.
bro, I'm good, I'm straight. But I didn't realize, yo, if I'm that good, then fucking train boxing so I can get even better. You
That's
know?
how life is. That's crazy.
I can't believe you didn't think about it like as a Mega Man sense. You're like, if I beat him, I'll be a boxer.
I don't know.
Ivan Boxer.
Yeah.
Boxer Ivan.
Yeah, but
Boxing gloves.
I remember throughout the years people telling me like, oh, you could train, don't even worry about it. And I'd be like, I'm too old now. And they're like, no, don't think like that, just do it. And I'm like, you know, you're right. And now I'm doing it, and so yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're right, and I left. We're back after filming a mid-episode episode.
Hey, it's gonna.
It's crazy, man.
The
Yeah,
transitions might be a little weird, but
It'll be off, but good thing the podcast is on. or
Oh,
else you won't be entertained. So far in the podcast, I'm not sure exactly what was the last thing we said, but Angel did mention in the beginning that he wanted to talk about this feminist thing that happened.
and I forget what I watched too, but it just made me go down a rabbit hole in my mind, and I started writing shit down. It was basically the feminism and how I'm pretty sure other people talk about it, like people on podcasts or the commentary channels and stuff.
Or even just your neighbor down the block.
Yeah, just in case if this is new to you or something, like this is my thoughts, and if you disagree, you might. But I feel like feminists got lied to when they say they have to work all the time.
why?
Because it's like, what are you really working for? Like, what's your purpose and what's your meaning for working? Like, when the man works, he's providing for the family or whoever, you know? That's in a stable relationship, right? And I'm talking about, like, base form default, like, relationships. Now, I'm not trying to talk about, like, extremes or lower extremes, you know? It's just default.
No, I'm lost. Like a man and woman?
Yeah, just man and women, just basic needs, you know? That's all I'm going to talk about is basic needs. Like, without all the other stuff.
Kind of lost, but I'm hoping that I'll understand when you talk about more.
Yes, hopefully. Because, you know, I write in my notebooks like the way I think. The whole lie is that feminists have been lied to that they must work or they must forget about their family to work. And which is crazy to me because, like, to have that mentality is like saying, like, okay, I'll work and slave for a company that will give me money, yeah. But to say that, but I would hate to work for my family. That's crazy to me, you know? Like, yeah, you're working for your family, getting money, but it's like, I would hate to take care of my family, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the precedent that gets set in my head. When women are like, oh, yeah, I want to work. Yeah, I want to work a lot. I want to be the breadwinner. I want to be this. It's like, oh, that's cool and stuff, you know? That's for you, and that's the actual genuine feeling you have. That's fine. But you know how I always say you're born with people's opinions and interests already brought onto you. So
The people you grew up with?
yeah, people you grew up with.
Like an environment?
Yeah, your environment, exactly, stuff like that. And this is for like women and men too.
Mm-hmm.
You grow up around men or women that ain't shit, you know, you're gonna think like that. You're gonna be like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
In most cases,
Men ain't shit.
in
Oh,
most
yeah.
cases, you're gonna grow up being like that because that's what you were around, or it's gonna propel you to be better than that.
Mm-hmm.
But 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be the first thing.
Yeah, because you have to have that will
Yeah.
and that discipline to actually like try to rise up from that.
I don't know why I thought about it, but literally, like, I think it was last night, I was like, man, men really do hate self-care because we were genetically made to not do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, everything
I get
that...
you.
Because, I thought about it because Angel said, you said that you hated guys getting their nails painted.
No,
or just
no.
people getting their nails painted in general. Like, the act of getting...
Yeah, it's just the act of, like,
yeah.
it's cool and stuff, but it's like the act of,
the
like,
act of.
yeah.
So I was like thinking about it for a second. I was like, the act of. I guess it's because I have my nails painted right
Yeah.
now. So I was like,
I
the
think that's
act
cool.
of.
I want to do it too, man. I've been wanting to do it.
Thanks. Ask Wendy. But the act of. So I was like, maybe it's something in his head as a male
yeah,
that
like,
says like getting like that guy's getting pampered. Like whoever's like sitting is getting pampered, and getting pampered is like a self-care. You know.
you're close. It's not the pampering part, but you're close to it. It's kind of like I guess I see it as like a demasculization, you know?
Exactly.
In my
So
head.
self-care is demasculating, meaning no, the guys don't want to do self-care like therapy and shit like that because
Makes you feel
embedded
like you're
is
less of a man.
it's embedded in our head that self-care is demasculating.
I think like that for like cosmetics, and I don't like therapists because
I don't know, man. I feel like putting on makeup is kind of more. It's like lying to yourself, kind of.
oh yeah, I get you.
For me, I mean, some other people will like have fun with it, you know,
It's also funny to me too.
like
Like
Kiba.
oh yeah, like
that's like his
perfume
clan
and makeup
does.
is just made to like hide stench and filth.
Yeah,
Who?
Makeup and
but I
and
mean,
perfume and
I'm
cologne.
like
Okay.
if I had like eyeliner or something, I think I'd be like that's kind of just like nah.
Well, there's this wrestler,
Oh,
right?
You have like a border, like
Yeah.
a
If there was like a meaning behind the makeup, I'll get it.
yeah, I get you.
There's this wrestler named Dustin Rhodes, right? His dad was Dusty Rhodes, and he was a great wrestler. Everyone looked up to him. Kind of, he was like the everyday man, the working man. That's the kind of wrestler he was, because other wrestlers have like rich personas and shit. But when he went to WWE, Vince McMahon put him in polka dots, a big yellow polka dot suit. And when his son Dustin Rhodes went to wrestle for him, he put him into like pretty much essentially a gimp suit, not a gimp suit, and he painted his face, and he was supposed to be like a transvestite. And his name was Goldust, and he would act gay, and people would hate it, and they would boo him. And that's what you want as a heel. You want to get booed and shit, right? So the gay shit he would do would make people boo him. Yeah, it was a terrible character at the time, looking at it with today's eyes, right? But it's what it was, right? It's a product of its time. But as the years went on, and like nowadays, his persona is like, he's still a little flamboyant, but he's not doing gay shit to get booze anymore. You know, you feel me? But he's still a little flamboyant.
Kind of mellowed out and stuff.
Yeah, but he was Goldust for years, and there were some times where he would dip out, and he was going through like drug problems and stuff, and he'd play a dumb character that he didn't like, where he had to do some other kind of type of face paint. The only one he was really cool with was Goldust, and which initially was meant, the face paint wasn't meant for it to be feminine and shit, right? But it was like all full on face paint.
I'm feminine Eminem, a Slim Shady lady.
I'm a feminine Eminem, a Slim Shady lady, but mad because I texted him. But yeah. Anyways, he fucking, when he finally left WWE and he would join his little brother's new company, AEW, he became Dustin Rhodes again, the natural Dustin Rhodes. And he only paints half his face now, and the half paint, he started off with red face paint and red suit, where before it was all gold. And nowadays he changed it to blue.
Gold.
And he looks dope. He basically looks like his Goldust face paint was always different. Sometimes, usually it was just all gold with black eyes and black lipstick. He started mixing it up, doing a bunch of different crazy cool designs. At one point, he kind of looks like Savage Opress.
Yeah, because it's like fun to do outlandish things like that.
Yeah, and then but when he's Dustin Rhodes, now in AEW, the half face paint, since it's red, he looks like Darth Maul, and now that it's blue, he just looks like a blue Darth Maul. But it's like, he does it himself, you know. It's not like there's a makeup artist.
There's not a makeup artist paint there?
Nah, most wrestlers who paint their face paint them themselves, and yeah, he does his own face paint, and it's fucking cool. I don't really.
That should be like that should be under the resume as well, along with fucking like how people say they do their own stunts. It's like, I do my own my own hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man, that's crazy.
I mean, that's what's his name?
I don't know.
The chubby kid from Superbad, Jonah Hill. He brags about not having a stylist. Like, he chooses his own clothes for interviews and shit. He brags about it, which is cool, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It depends, because I mean, there's warriors that would wear face paint and shit too, but I can see the demasculization in it.
But like Gallo said, like, if it has a meaning, then, you know, then I can see why men would be like, okay, if it has a meaning, then yeah, I can do this, because regular cosmetics is like
I mean, like a stronger meaning than I'm gonna look like this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like at least for like nail painting in like metal communities and like scene communities and stuff.
I want to do some black death metal.
Yeah,
I want to have another podcast with Hernandez. I definitely want to have a video of all of us doing that death metal painting.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
It's all the same things. Like them saying "fuck you" to everything else. You know, just all black, just the persona of all blackness. You know. Back to what I was saying though. Oh yeah, so they're working harder and stuff. People are letting other people's opinions and interests influence them.
Other people in their community.
Yeah, in the community, just around them. Like, it can be anything. It can even just be like a post you see recently, you know? Like, even if you don't look at it for a while, you're still thinking about
Your
it.
mind grabs onto it.
Yeah.
Media, Instagram, social media, and Facebook, it's all propaganda.
Oh yeah.
Most things that you see.
And it's mainly all, in your phone is all, how you say it? Constructed.
Anything you see that's created by another human is fucking propaganda. People always have an agenda, dog.
Yeah.
People are always trying to do something, study something, or convince you of something.
Yeah, because you see a little meme and it has like some kind of relationship advice or something, and you're like, then guys and girls, they'll see it and they'll be like, oh, that's why this happens and this is why that happens. Yeah. And they hold on to it.
You know what I thought you were gonna do? I thought you were gonna say that that they would like send memes to each other. And that's basically propaganda themselves, because you're basically saying like,
that has a good point. Oh, look
at like I'm sending you funny stuff. Like, this is
it becomes an echo chamber.
Yeah, in hopes of like a relationship. Doesn't have to be, you know, sexual. It could be platonic, but it's a relationship nonetheless, and that's propaganda used to do it.
So these women get propagandized, right? to go to work excruciating hours.
Look that up if that's a word.
Propagandized? Yeah, that's a word.
Really?
Yeah. It's to propaganda or whatever. But it's a word.
To propaganda.
To propaganda.
Yeah, to
propaganda.
Yeah, duh.
Oh, I thought you were like gander, like look.
Yeah, to propaganda.
To Yeah, I make props and I get.
No, sir, it's a prop.
And then so I'm saying like at base level, men provide, women nurture, right? Base level, if you want to.
Well, we provide anybody nurture because that's what we do.
Oh
we
yeah,
nurture.
anybody, but I mean like
dogs, cats.
Yeah,
We just like to nurture, man.
yeah, of course. Human, like I'm not saying like men can't unable to be vulnerable or like I'm just saying like that's the role on the job. When women pick men, that's the reason why, you know, is to provide for them. And then when men pick women is to nurture them, you know. But people get mad at that, like women be like, oh, you just want a mother, and men are like, oh, you just want a father, you know. It's like we're all fathers and mothers at the end of the day. If we're gonna have sex and make babies, you know, like stop acting new.
Some
and
people
shit.
can't have babies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And some people don't want to.
Yeah, and so it's crazy how like in the man in the relationship, like would you let your woman do like hard work and do all this and this, you know, and like yeah, if she wants to like fight for it and stuff, but it's like you're my woman, you know, why would you have to work that hard, you know? You can just easily just stay at home, and I'm not saying
Do nothing.
Yeah, I'm not saying do nothing at all either.
That way of thinking is barbaric.
Because a lot of women make good home hustles at home, you know.
Don't try.
Whether it be baking, like this is cup things, sewing, like customization
You're
stuff.
about crafts?
Oh yeah, well, any woman can do anything, you know. But I'm just saying like that's base level. Because I do graphic design, and every time
that's a craft.
Yeah, and every time because women do graphic design as well, because it's like it's a computer job. It's easy. But every time I go for I had seek women clients, just to I don't even seek them. It's just they come to me, you know. It's always they have a craft.
I gave Angel a suspicious look.
Yeah, I said the Law and Order noise.
Oh yeah.
They have something that's creative. Like it's makeup, it's nails, it's bakery, it's something they can do at home. You know, in the meanwhile, as they're taking care of their kids.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot easier than working for a boss, working for managers, working for supervisors. You know. Like,
think so?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I would assume so.
You gotta fill out taxes and do a bunch of stuff.
Huh?
You gotta fill out taxes for all that stuff and all kinds of things.
Like you mean, like,
especially if you get paid like
good amount.
Yeah, a good amount.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, the more you make, the less taxes, the more taxes they take out and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just ass.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, but also like, yeah.
So my whole thing is women rather be at work. That's what I was on before. Women rather be at work than in the house, which is fine if you really want to work and do that. But I feel like women really don't want to work, and they're just doing it because they feel like society's telling them they need to right now.
I have a feeling that's kind of brought out from like TV shows and stuff, because they always force like the kid coming out of school or like even going to school, if it's like an older one, that they have to go to work.
Oh yeah, I get you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this apply only to women in relationships?
Yeah, because I'm talking mainly women. Because I see like a phenomenon of women saying, "I need to have a good living, so the man I'm with doesn't leave me." Which brings me to another point.
Doesn't leave me?
Yeah, because
I've heard women say, "I want to be set.
Yeah,
I want to have my career that way. I don't have to rely on a man."
Yeah, which is almost the same thing. Because like, why would you? If you trust in your man, you wouldn't need a backup. You know, that's just a backup. That's like when a man's texting another woman on the side, it's like, oh, that's his backup just in case my woman leaves. You know.
Yeah.
Like that's still the same kind of mentality. Like I'm gonna have another life just in case this life doesn't work out. And so.
Oh, I get you.
Relationships are being built up on not having trust at all. Men don't trust women because they think they're gonna leave them if they don't provide enough. Women think that men are gonna leave already, so they have to provide. So they think they have to provide.
I think it's also a product of our environment as well, because a bunch of comedy and like just things in general just talk about cheating and kind of like.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point too, y'all.
Propagandize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I use a new word I learned today. And like, you know, use it as ammo, fuel. Say that adultery is okay.
Yeah.
One interesting thing I heard along the lines of that is when a single mom raises her kids, and let's say the dad's not around or he's passed away or whatever, if the mom constantly shit talks the dad, it's more detrimental than it is good for the kids, because she's just teaching them that pretty much any dad is deadbeat, you know?
Yeah, that men are weak and stuff like that.
Men are weak, yeah.
Like all that shit matters. Like just if you even with like even if you're still together with the person you had the baby with, and you're just arguing in front of the kid, like that's still really detrimental to the kid, you know? It's how you act around them.
Yeah, the kids are really a sponge, right? They absorb everything. So what kind of energy you're putting around them is what they're going to be picking up on.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And they're also your childhood and your teenage years and your early adult years, that's when you're most rebellious. So a lot of the shit that you will be taught, the kids are going to go against it anyways.
My kids go against everything. But speaking about kids real quick, I swear to God, I tell them to do something. It's like,
I know.
I look at them and they don't even look because they're staring at the iPad, and it's like, I know you hear me. I know you hear me because I told you to turn it down. Anyway, apparently, I think January is like the best time to buy their clothes. I went to the mall the other day with Wendy. I think it was yesterday, and we went to
wrong home. No, I was kidding.
we went to Cotton on Kids, and I paid like $80 for like an entire like month's worth of like she doesn't have to wear like the same clothes like for a month basically.
That's right.
And I'm like, nah, the clothes were like $5, $10. There were some for $3. That shit was insane, dog.
And so like during these, so men and women are in these relationships that have no trust in them because
you enter accepting failure.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're already going into the relationship saying, oh, it's already gonna fail because I know how this is, and now I know how they are when this happens, and now I know how I am too. So that's like you said, it's already accepting the failure of the relationship, and so like all that together, it kind of mean the relationship is kind of like meaningless, you know? If there's no trust, there's no really anything. It's just kind of like, okay, we have sex, and then everything else is just we just do everything together, you know? And then if you just don't have that trust, why even be in that relationship? It's meaningless, you know?
Because you like to fuck.
Exactly. Which brings me
It
to...
all depends on the house that you built.
Exactly, too. It sucks to that, too. So I'm also speaking generally as well.
Yeah. No, yeah, I understand. That's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of things I could say.
Yeah.
Like relationship-wise and everything, but since it's such a broad statement, like you can't exactly poke holes in the story.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I'm like kind of like doing default base level like needs.
Yeah. But it also makes it kind of hard to embrace it as well.
Yeah, I get you too, because then it's kind of hard to accept it.
Yeah, it's annoying when you date a girl and she goes, well, this guy did this to me, so you're gonna do that too. I'm like, no, that's not me.
Yeah. And
that's
it's like, if it is me, it's like you chose me, like.
Yeah, but also like
you chose to try this out. We're laying the foundation for a house right now. We're not doing anything serious, you know. Yeah. Like if it's like a week, 2 weeks, a month, I say a few months, and then you start laying down work when you start telling each other like what you like, what's inside, like what you actually want to do is okay to start with.
Yeah,
but like,
which brings like
the reason you want to do that's deeper, you know.
Yeah, which brings both of you guys' points together like nicely. Like, people offer sex way before they offer anything else.
It's quick human connection.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's short human connection.
And
that dopamine, dog.
And it's that short intimacy too, you know.
Yeah.
Because mainly most people, what they really want is the intimacy of the sex, and not really the sex of it all. But people, people are horny too. So like, it kind of like distorts the intimacy with the sex,
especially in more of the teenage years.
Oh yeah, especially what you watch and how much you feed into it. And so these people are in meaningless relationships, and then they have babies. They have babies with someone who in a meaningless relationship.
A life is created. In the depths of meaningless.
Yeah, exactly.
Meaningless.
And so now. The women who give birth to that product of environment probably see that as a meaningless family or whatever, because it wasn't built on trust, it wasn't built on anything, it was just whatever. Now she doesn't want to take care of the baby because it was a meaningless relationship. Why should she if it's half and half?
Is this where you were going to your first point, where women don't want to provide for their family?
Exactly, because I wonder if they see, because this is also a question. I wonder if they see the family, I wonder if they see their baby as meaningful or with a purpose. Because if you don't raise your family with meaning or with a purpose, then I can see why you would want to slave at work and just forget about it, you know?
I'm still lost at the very, very beginning. Well, what do you mean by, like, you meant, like, feminist?
Yeah, because
It sounds like a broad statement about everybody.
No, well, because I'm not trying to exclude men too, because men obviously do this.
Well, I mean, men and women are both feminists, but what I mean is, like, why feminists, like the ones who want equality, are the ones who want
because this was gonna be my next point. Because women control the sex, so if they control the sex and they have that ideology, men go along with it, and so that's why it keeps breeding out the way it is, and that's why people keep finding meaningless families or meaningless relationships, and then seeking work because work's saying, oh, we can pay you this, we can pay you this. You don't want to work in the house, you don't want to work on your baby or your home life, because that was meaningless anyway. Just come work over here, and this will be meaningful for you. Anything you do over here will be meaningful now.
Kind of reminds me of those cults.
Yeah, exactly. And it's basically, what's fucked up really is probably men telling women, you don't need that, you know? Which is probably answers like feminist questions too. Is like men, some of these high power men are like misogynistic, you know? You go like to an extreme with it, like how I'm going, like conspiracy theory wise. Like it just kind of seems like a way to like make women work and men stay at home. Because men, if you hear it now, you could probably hear men saying like, "Yeah, I'll be stay at home, dad. Fuck it," you know?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's a benefit, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying like you're emasculated by doing that. Like you could be a man at home with the kids, you know, doing your shit and whatever. But it's like to opt out on it already and stuff is crazy to me. Remember that we had an old homie that was like that.
Who?
I'll tell you later.
Oh no, I feel like I see a lot of the relationship things, but I don't really see the people wanting to like give up their lives to a corporation.
You don't see that?
Mm-hmm.
There's people wanting to give their consciousness into robots. It's corporation at its finest. Even with all these lockdowns, it was all corporation making money from lockdown.
It was corporations making money.
Yeah,
like,
I was there.
Yeah, like
I was
home
helping them make that
businesses,
money.
local businesses, no money. Like big pharma.
I mean, South
Amazon.
Park fucking showed it all. Fucking the South Park, when that one Amazon took over and fucking all the small businesses were out.
Yeah,
and they were working for Amazon, the people who are in the small businesses.
And that's what I'm saying.
Terrible.
Like, it just seems like corporations are propagandizing families not to have families anymore.
Yeah, the atomic family. What's it called?
Yeah, the nuclear family.
Nuclear family. I said atomic family.
Yeah.
The nuclear
One
family. For a long time, the nuclear family's been. People have had the agenda of destroying the idea of the nuclear family, especially in Marxism and shit like that. They really don't want that.
So some of these communist teachers are saying these aren't your kids, these are our kids.
Ugh.
Because like, you know, they take that saying it takes a village to raise a kid. You know, they take that too seriously.
Shit. Worry free. You gonna join Worry Free?
What the hell is that?
Sorry to bother you.
Oh man, that's basically what it is.
It's a warehouse company.
That's basically what I'm kind of talking about.
Yeah,
just tricking people.
Well, it's a movie. It's a movie that takes place in the alternate universe, alternate reality of California, right? And there's this company called Worry Free, which when you work at their warehouse, they provide food and shelter for you. So everyone lives in these fucking little rooms and shit. They all have the same clothes. They all eat the same food. They all live in the same place, and they all go to work at the same place.
It's worry free.
Worry free, yeah. So you don't have to worry about paying your bills or anything like that because you're making money and living. You don't have to worry about renting out an apartment or a house or anything like that.
That's why I feel like the motherfuckers in the Matrix are done.
And if
They're
you know,
just worry free.
the rent and housing and shit keeps going up in the neighborhoods and stuff, so more people just they have nowhere to go, so then they just resort to going to Worry Free. Which, if you look at it, one big problem in early America was monopolies, right? One business owning every type of that business. And
you know what else there is, though? There's mini monopolies. Mini monopoly is basically when something like the printer companies, they release printers, and, you know, they can't monopolize ink. Ink's for everybody, but they can make it so that you can use only a certain type of ink cartridge.
For that printer.
Cartridge. For the printer itself. So
loophole.
Yeah, so basically loopholes. You can only buy this one, and it will only work for this one. The same way Keurigs, they started monopolizing their coffee pods, so they can only use a Keurig brand coffee in a Keurig brand coffee maker.
Crazy.
Blah blah blah, and other things like that.
Yeah, because monopolies were made illegal because it was just crazy. You know, all
like you can't own everything.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh.
So now
only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yes. So as Gallo put it, now to get around that, you know, there's loopholes. If you can't monopolize the system, make the system
just take over the system.
Make the system monopolize itself, I guess, or some shit like that. But there's an even bigger problem now on the horizon. It's conglomerates. Conglomerates are getting really big. Amazon started off as a book selling company. Now it sells everything. It has tons of warehouses, taking over small businesses, has streaming service.
I think some
it's
of the
literally
people,
taking over small businesses. Small businesses like can sell their stuff on Amazon and like blah blah blah. But it's basically just all Amazon now.
Yeah, because
they took your stuff without even anything.
Everyone, there's like Amazon Fresh where they sell groceries now too. It's like they're just they have their foot in the market and everything.
And then remember when everybody wanted to work everybody wanted to work there a few months ago and shit before they knew they couldn't handle it.
First few years, or all these past years, you know, you always heard someone working at Amazon.
No, but even at this job we're working at, fucking people left for that job.
Oh yeah, even before you started working there was always people leaving us to go to Amazon.
Yeah, and it's like,
you know, like the last episode, y'all said where you guys were.
Yeah.
Like repeatedly.
Yeah, no, we did. It's because someone else did it, so I was like, fuck it. Well, one of you guys said that you mentioned our workplace, so I was like, fuck it. I guess I just dropped the charade. But anyways, yeah, conglomerates. That's the thing right now. So.
That's just a thing, dude.
No, that's and if Amazon is selling all these things, giving you a streaming platform to watch, selling you groceries, everything possibly imaginable, right? How long before they say, hey, they already give their workers shares, right?
No,
or did they stop that?
Not anymore.
Well, they were doing that, right?
How
long before they start telling you, oh, okay, well, you don't have a place to stay? Well, we'll make up Amazon apartments.
I can see that happening before they give shares back.
Yeah, because the shares they gave it out when it was like $100 basically,
and that shit climbed up to thousands for each one and shit.
They stopped it when it hit 18K. Yeah,
it's an alternate. The movie is a alternate reality, but you can see that we're very close to that nowadays.
It's
also,
more like a metaphor.
Also, the movie delves into controlled opposition too, which is really fucking scary.
Which I see it being more apparent than what I thought it was. You know, this thing control opposition. Like, oh yeah, it only happens at high levels because like that's what it sounds like. But control opposition could be anything, anywhere, fucking at any level, which is crazy. You just have to.
They're doing controlled opposition with like Martin Luther King Day and stuff by trying to say, yeah, peaceful way is the way to do it, guys. With Gandhi and all that jazz, they popularize peaceful protest over
violence,
yeah.
Which is also weird because they want people to riot. Yeah.
That's why it's controlled.
It's been revealed that Donald Trump during the storm to the Capitol, was it January 16th or some shit?
January 6th.
Has it been a year?
Yeah, it's been a year. It's been revealed that Donald Trump tried to get the military involved to stop it and shit, and Nancy Pelosi blocked him off from doing it.
There was a video of a dude saying, "Let's storm the Capitol."
Yeah, there's some big dude. Yeah,
and then this fool was whispering to other people and shit. Like,
it's like and
he didn't get arrested.
Even in the riots after George Floyd, there was people going around throwing rocks into stores and shit. Like people in full on police gear and shit, starting the riot. Starting the riots and shit. I mean, if you don't believe that controlled opposition is a thing yet, then you're just lying to yourself.
Because like Gallo said earlier, everyone has an agenda. Everyone has something to propagandize, and it'll work if you let it. But that's another thing too. Is like it's really hard to tell people that because it's like what's real, what's not.
No, it's also because people are just stubborn and be like, no, I think what I think.
That also too because like what you think.
That's how you get stuck in the matrix.
Yeah, because what you think might not even be real. You know, because. Like, who are you really listening to?
You're scaring Angel.
Like, are you listening to me? Because I don't even know if I'm real most of the time.
Yeah, I'm scaring Angel, the guy who answers the question. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going on a deep thing. I was like, damn, who is Angel? I was like, I don't even know who I am.
That's like there's this Nardwar clip of him talking to Jay-Z. He's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm this kid. I'm a broke black kid from the ghetto. I came here and I made my own successes. You know, had some help along the way, and I'm here providing music to thousands, millions of people. You are Jay-Z. Oh, you meant who I am? Yeah, I'm Jay-Z. I thought you meant like who I am and how I got here. He took the question like super deep.
Yeah, super meaning. Yeah, that's funny.
You're Jay-Z. We have to know.
We knew all that.
Jay-Z, you have luscious lips. Yeah, I do. You're Jay-Z. We have to know. How'd you know that?
Are they soft and luscious?
JC, blood type O positive.
How'd you know? We have to know he has the syringe. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, a lot of the things that you said, Angel, I don't know, man. I feel like I can't go with it all the way. I understand the relationship portion. Yeah. I understand the corporation portion.
The feminist part's a little off.
The feminist part.
But I can see where you're trying to go, though. I can see
how's it off? Explain to me.
Well, because it's a whole group of people. It's not just a one group.
Well, that's
and the feminism isn't the one that's the fights for equality and all that jazz. It's like it's not the reason why we're doing that.
For example, there's LGBTQIA plus community members, right? And they think like there's especially like ones that grew up in the 80s and shit. Mm-hmm. Or I guess not even that, but there's just like there's people who aren't radicalized yet, right? Mm-hmm. A part of that community, and they're just normal human beings. They just happen to be what they have with their sexual preference, right? And so a lot of them are like, that's too much. It's over sexualization. I know they'll be like, I know where I come from. The community is sexualized, is what your sexual preference is, but it doesn't mean you have to sexualize everything to show your representation. Yeah. Such as taking kids to gay pride parades, and there's like fucking fully naked men walking around and shit.
There's like dick candies and
dick candies everywhere and all that shit. It's like, it's too much, right? And there's people, a part of that community, that will say, yeah, that's too much. And there's people who, for their agenda, will do these outlandish claims and say things like, oh, we should have this and we should have that and blah, 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 blah. Whereas not everyone in their community thinks that way. It's just because that person who's saying that stuff is radicalized at this point. So that's what they're trying to fight for.
Are louder than
the silent, yes.
The silent, yeah.
I'm talking about the louder ones because I feel like the loud ones are gonna shape the quiet ones.
Yeah. So in that sense, I can see how you're saying that the feminist agenda is trying to be changed.
Because I'm talking mainly fourth wave, fifth wave feminism, the new wave feminism that's killing off the nuclear family. The ones, you know.
I want a nuclear family.
Because the first wave, second wave, that's all rights. That's freedoms. That's
mom, daughter. Mom, father, son. Wait, what the fuck? Husband and wife and children. Yeah, there you go.
What makes them nuclear?
I don't know. It's just the term for it.
It's just bomb. Yeah, I guess.
It started in
That's just some bomb.
The nuclear boom started in the 50s, like the nuclear household. So maybe that's why it has something to do with that.
I would want that if I had like the same hours as that white man that is portrayed in the nuclear family. You know,
the 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yeah, but also like a bunch of vacation days and days where it's like, I'm just not going to work today. You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm calling off today.
Yeah. You know what? I'll call Bill. Make sure someone else gets my paperwork for today.
I don't know. There's times where there's a lot of people out there
I paid $15 for this house. I'm not going to lose it to somebody who wants to buy it for $15. Wait.
There's a lot of hard workers out there, right? But I am noticing an influx of people who give up really easily.
Oh yeah.
You work out for a day and then you get sore, so you call off. Like, I don't know why I'm the way I am, but I messed up my back a few months ago and I still went to work every day. And I think I attribute it to, because I believe
I dislocated an arm for like 2-3 months.
I felt I was giving you like a
that massage shit.
Yeah,
you just for that shit pop out.
Yeah, oh my God. I was like, damn, bro. You told me too. You're like, hey, can you massage this part? I think it's dislocated. I felt that shit, bro.
I tried to pop it in so many times during those months.
Yeah,
you probably bruised it.
And it's just like
Like trying to pop it in, and so it didn't want to pop back in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because they hurt more every time.
you are a product of your environment, and I grew up around lazy people. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
And
I'm not.
You know what's crazy too? Oh, sorry.
I'm not blaming my
Yeah.
bad habits on other people. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's what I grew up around, so I kind of just got used to not doing much, you know?
Mhm.
Even when I got my job, like, I got my job at 19, right? And Gallo got me the job, and he kind of, like, pushed me a little bit into it, because I would have been content just not doing shit, but I'm glad I got the job, because I was faced with a choice to either live off the government or earn money my own way, right? On my own. So I decided to for whatever reason, I thought in my head, well, I don't want to fucking just leech off the government every month. I want more. And so that's why I decided to make my own money, right? So I met a worker at this job who fucked up her foot, and she still came to work. And she was still working. She was limping around doing her job. And I asked her why she didn't just call off. And she was like, I'm here, you know, I need to make my money, and I'm not going to call off. I'm not going to let this stop me, blah, blah, blah. I mean, someone else can see that and view it as like, oh, money's evil, and like it's making these people resort to evil, to doing the most.
That's why it was.
Yeah,
true.
that's how fucking people view America. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, that person is like that and there.
Their money.
You know why too?
Well,
It's because it's harder to get paid for that day in America than it is to be in European countries or whatever, where they could like have paid days off because they're hurt, blah blah. They have the free healthcare and all that jazz. And where here, we rather work on a fucking broken foot than have to go to an office and ask and have them say no and then have all this shit happen and have them say maybe and then you wait and you like
Wait, and you already missed all this
you
time.
miss all
Yeah, 'cause
this
I would get
time,
mad.
you don't get
Time is
paid.
money.
Yeah.
Because
Time
I remember this one time I crashed my bike into a wall, and I was bleeding from my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
call-
got this favorite shirt.
Yeah, actually I was wearing a tank top, so it was cool. I didn't have
That's
nothing.
what happened.
But it did scratch up your tattoo that you don't really care for.
Actually, I care for it a lot now.
Yeah, it's fucking right.
Andrew, you're always changing.
Oh, that's how it is, man.
Your opinions are always
If
changing.
you don't change, I don't know about you.
I do change.
I'm just talking generally.
Tell me when
Yeah.
you change about your opinion of Spider-Man 2.
Me?
What was I talking about right now?
I will tell you this. When I first watched it, I really hated it. This time watching, I appreciated it more. You know those scenes that you talk about, like him fucking up the 3 security guards and shit like that. I appreciate that now. I can actually watch because I know that what I'm in for. I know I'm in for a dumbass movie. But at the same time, that movie was long as fuck and it was boring as shit too. So it was like,
Why they make it long? Dude?
I don't know.
There's not enough happening there to make it long.
I think I missed plot point too. What I was trying to say was the first one came out the same year as Avengers, and Avengers blew up. So it's like they kind of had to like.
No, you said that.
No, but I didn't finish it. They kind of try to do the same thing, and that's why I don't like all the fact that Oscorp already made all these villain suits for them.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We have the Rhino suit. Give it. Oh, cool. Give it to that Russian guy in the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
But I was fucking bleeding, and I fucking was walking home with one bike wheel because that shit popped off and that shit was bent.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was easier to wheel on the back.
Yeah.
The back wheel. So I called my manager. I was like, hey, I can't go to work today. I just crashed and I'm bleeding. And this fool goes, can you call someone to fill for you? I was like, Dick, I'm fucking bleeding. Like, you do that shit. And
That was
then
from Hot Topic,
yeah.
right? Okay.
That's literally your job.
Yeah, I was like, I hung up on his ass. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he calls me back 10 minutes later talking about, oh, don't worry about it. We found you someone. I was like, I didn't care.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel you.
bleeding.
I feel you on that. I'm just.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like,
No, I'm saying that's what same to Gallo's point, like how people in those positions are like, oh, don't want to give you that day off because you're hurt or because you're sick, you know?
Yeah, and I.
Well, I mean, with mine too, it's also about being paid for that day.
Yeah, that
Still,
too, yeah.
Like, because everyone would be more inclined to be like, oh, I got into like a crash or I broke my foot or blah, blah, blah. I should seek medical attention. But here it's like, nah, I just need that money.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not that, it'll be the angel approach of, well, fuck them.
Yeah, it's,
You know?
it's like both.
Like, I don't
ends.
need that money for that day.
And if you're in
Fuck
the
'em.
middle, that means you're like complacent with it and stuff, and that's another hell.
I don't like the radical feminists, right? But I do see women.
They're not
as-
feminists. They stole the name.
Nah.
Technically, yeah.
Because radical feminists. Just think about that. Radical equality.
Well, they wouldn't call it that. They would just call themselves feminists.
Yeah, but
We're
think about
calling
it.
them radical.
No,
Same
but
thing.
think about it
Radical,
though.
Same thing with BLM.
Yeah, exactly. Same
There's
thing,
Marxist
Think about
radical
it, because
BLM.
Well, I mean,
and people don't know that.
BLM is still equality. So just think about the fact that you're part of a radical equality. How?
What's radical about equality?
The ends justify the means.
And then when they say quality, it's like, is it how they say it? Quality of outcome or opportunity? And it's like not everyone can have the same outcome. Like, everyone can have the same opportunity.
I grew up around a lot of women, right? I've had, I don't have any aunts really, like blood related aunts. I have all uncles, right? But for the most part, I grew up around a lot of women. A lot of teachers are women, and
That's another thing too.
I do look. There's a lot of women I've looked up to. You know, there's strong women out there. And this girl that I met at this job in the beginning of my tenure there, her
Work ethic?
her work ethic inspired me.
It was amazing, yeah.
It was a woman, yeah, and I fucking strive to be like that, and I have, and I'm one of the few people that never calls off. I think I've only called off like once or twice, and I've been there for 7 years. I only no call no show like twice out of 7 years. There's people.
It really is like pretty like amazing what happens when you surround yourself with people who have like a better sense of something than you. Like, a work ethic, a sense of pride, a sense of like just people who just better themselves.
Yeah.
If you surround yourself with those people, you better yourself too.
Yeah, because if you're gonna surround yourself around people who are
In my warehouse job,
pessimistic and don't care, and then you're not gonna care. But if
Yeah.
you surround yourself around people who are trying to strive and better themselves throughout the years as they're going along, people who actively are trying to better themselves, you're gonna fall into that same line of thinking as well. You're hanging out with those people.
I surrounded myself with some toxic people too, and it was like I didn't think much of it at the time, but then like as time went on and as I like being told things and being learning about myself and everything, I'm like, man, I really should have just stayed away, because I like, especially at the old warehouse job, it was like just talking shit about the job the entire time. But if I surrounded myself with the people who like I saw like were busting their ass and shit, I would probably just I'll probably just still be there, but in a better position and fucking, you know, just not think much of it, because I didn't think much of it at the time anyway. I was like, whatever, I'm here.
Have you seen
go home, blah blah.
And sorry to bother you, there's this guy that's always trying to start a protest. And then have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
Oh, okay, cool. You know how he fucking tries
I
the
just didn't see the same
parallels?
messages that you guys saw.
That's
really?
crazy, dude.
Yeah, I just didn't care for it, I guess.
Dude, I don't blame you, because the trailer makes it seem like it's just another comedy movie.
It's really like, how you say it? Out of pocket.
Out of pocket, definitely. And
Yeah.
that's what I was expecting when I watched it, and all of a sudden I'm thrown into this fucking anti-communist movie.
I don't know, man. I feel like everyone should share everything.
But it's
What's my
like,
dog teaching me?
like it's cool to have a community and stuff, but it's like, if I don't choose not to be part of your community, like, don't be mad at me, dog.
Wait a minute.
That's true.
Oh shit! I'm a communist. Is that why you have an AK? Okay. No, I don't have an AK.
They don't have AKs
Don't they? Does the communists have AKs?
in China and stuff.
I'm talking about Russian communists. My bad.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Have a good day.
Thank you for joining us for the Fools Podcast. This episode may have been jumpy in a little bit places, but you'll figure out why.
This is Angel G.
Gallo V.
And Ivan O.
We didn't sign off on the last one. Like
Nah,
dude.
I just remember it.
No, I
not
just
like
said
this, though.
no. With the names.
Yeah, I just remembered it right now.
All I said was, "Where you could be a fool."
I'm not fool yourself.
Oh,
That's cool.
a good one.
Bye-bye.